There's no price to this. This must just be free. Nice. Now, see this? I think that's worth 3 diamonds because you have to cut down so many trees to get agro logs because they only have like 4 blocks each tree. It's ridiculous. But they're big, so you can't like pack them tightly together.
Hello?
Other types. Hello?
I hear a Burke.
I hear a Dan.
I hear a Burke.
I hear a Dan.
There's a Burke, and I hear him.
There's a Dan, and I hear him. But
Were you talking about the prices in this swamp shop?
I was indeed, yes.
Okay. Oh.
How ridiculously high they are.
Yeah. Hello, Luli. With the Businate already. I haven't even officially started yet, but yeah.
Is it just me, or do you seem more quiet, says Lego? I don't know. Maybe I was more quiet? I mean, I probably get more rambunctious when I'm doing crazy things with ship than when I'm just talking, so I probably am more quiet. I'll try to speak a little louder. Okay.
What
let me know when you're
hear me?
ready to go.
Can you hear me at all?
I hear you. What'd you say?
Can they hear me? I'm trying to speak under you so they can hear you. Can they hear me?
Yes, they can definitely hear you.
Okay,
well,
good.
I assume they can hear you, but Supreme assumed that they could hear you too.
Can you hear me?
I can definitely hear you. I mean,
Okay,
no,
good.
I can't hear you.
All right. Well, you guys had a good time. I saw. I'll confess, yeah. I slept through part of your stream, not because it was boring, but because I really needed to. So I left for the middle part, and I took an hour nap.
Yeah.
And I blamed Twiglet.
That's the thing about stream weekends is you can't like watch streams all day.
Oh, I can, and I did yesterday, and I could have today, but oh boy, after waking up at 4 a.m. for Twiglet and then 6 a.m. for Twiglet, I was feeling it.
Luli does say that they hear you. Although, Luli, you're in Dan's stream, so of course you hear him.
Yeah, Luli can hear me, for sure. Or as Twiglet was saying, Luli egg.
Luli egg?
Yeah. I don't think he'd met Luli yet. But to be fair, I'm not quite sure how to do the G. I just know we all call Luli. I'm an egg. Yep.
I assumed it was like, he's an OG.
That's right.
Luli.
That's right.
I assume. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Okay. Well, I mean, we
Warren.
both popped our stream totems. Has everyone... Let's go look at the stream totems before you end.
Okay. I actually have yours in my hand.
Okay. But here's the thing. Has everyone popped their stream totem now, except for maybe Twiglet?
Except for the people who haven't been streaming, right? So
right.
Streaming. Twiglet has not popped his stream totem. So
okay, so Bowser counts, though. She hasn't been able to do this one, and I don't think she did the last one, but she hasn't been in a stream weekend.
She's been in one, but yeah.
Okay, so she's on the same tier as Lena, having been in one and not popped a totem. Right. That's pretty good.
Exactly. Yep.
And so has Twiglet. No, okay, Twiglet's a special case because he has been in 2 stream weekends. He's been in 1, but he's been in 2.
That's right. His totem was carried.
Right. He was in last stream weekend twice. Carried in dangerous situations by shipwreck. Impressively saved.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me. I don't need these mushrooms.
Yeah, and then these people have not been here to get streamed. So.
No.
Yeah. So I guess I'm supposed to give you my totem first.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, mine's
There you
gone.
go.
I even
There's my stream totem. You can put that back on the board. So
okay.
your inventory is obviously full.
There we go. A duration 3 rocket.
Ah, you just slap that right on the board there. That's
All right, let's see.
seems appropriate for that stream. I used a lot of rockets in the stream. So,
Yes.
and then I give you your totem, and I say good luck.
And I say thank you, sir.
Try not to lose that one.
It would be the second one. I might lose it just for fun.
Yeah, I mean, I sort of lost mine for fun. Like after you rescued me, I could have just kept the stream totem.
I saw that as I was
but...
leaving. I saw you just go right back in and use up your last rocket and get stuck again.
So the only reason I wanted to be rescued was because I didn't want to have to try to get my gear back.
Okay.
Like, it is what it is. Stream totem.
Did you and Shipwreck come to an agreement about the diamond block while I was gone?
Yeah, I gave it to him.
I figured you would, but it was funnier to give it to you.
Yeah, absolutely. I 100% agree.
Oh, all right. Well, this has been
go get
fun.
your daughter, Supreme? Okay. So, yeah, let me do a thing over here. Do a thing. That's nothing to do with you. Don't worry.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right. Let's see. I mean, there's lots of our friends on. Oh, you could raid the Rift Tracks or Mystery Science Theater 3000 channels. They're on.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I've actually thought about doing that before just for the hilarity. No one would notice.
Yeah. Go. Do I have this?
I think we both slept, so we're not going to get phantoms.
Yeah, I definitely slept recently. Slept over there, actually. Now, we could get zombies or something, because it's not totally lit up around here, but...
Yeah, I've been noticing this.
It's mostly safe, but not totally safe. Anyway. So, I'm just going to go over here and do a thing. I'll be right back.
I heard a fox. Those are always weird. Okay, let's look at this chat. Luli, you could have been first, but you weren't. But you were the first Boozinate. Bro, Kitman was the actual first. And what is this? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I was just about to get started, and here I am getting interrupted. There's a raid on the bottom of my screen there. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Wow. Who have we got? We've got, oh, it looks like we've got Luli in here again. Okay, you're first to say Burke raid, so that's a thing. Shipwreck saying first, even though he's not. He's definitely not first. Nope, nope, nope. Kid saying welcome, welcome, welcome. And Burke with the herd is thundering in. Burke, weren't you just streaming and now you're raiding me? Is that how that works? That's so weird. So strange. Welcome, Raiders. Burke, our local friendly bison. He is first, but not really. Yes, thank you, Burke. And there's the auto shout out from Fossabot. Yeah. So this is the last one, you guys. I'm the caboose. I'm the caboose today. So we're wrapping up the stream weekend.
And the crowd goes wild.
Yay! Thank you, Burke. So yeah, Burke handed me an extra stream totem. If you saw me yesterday, I definitely popped that one in the same place Burke popped his. Sorry, we're supposed to call him Book now. Book popped his in Shipwreck's new Warden arena. And don't worry, this delicious lamb chop in my right hand is not the most delicious lamb chop on the server. This is not Sheepwreck. Burke says that was actually really well timed. The secret, Burke, is that I can hear it in real time and I can react in real time, and it all gets broadcast in real time. Yeah, Mock calls me Book. Mock. is the real name of Twaglot. That's it. Kit says, if you go 5 hours, I can pick it up after you. Deal, Kit. I don't know. I'm going to be very hungry. I haven't had dinner yet. It's only 3 p.m. here. It'll be 6 p.m. when I'm done, my usual start time. But usually I have had dinner, or I have it served to me during stream, which I guess I could do. So I don't know. We'll see. I technically can leave it open-ended. But it's nighttime. Let's let's get somewhere safe. It's been a day. I've been murdered twice by the same guy, by Mr. Shipwreck, the murderer, the stinky murder mole. So all right, so I have appropriated this building. This is, let me give you a tour. I decided to go with the what is this? This is light blue terracotta back on here on the what is this? White concrete and what are these blocks? This is white wool and polished black stone. Yep, these are the blocks I used for this build here. It is my place for holding my wares. There should be a word for that. So Burke says, speaking of food, I have to go make dinner. You have an enjoyable dinner, Burke. You have been up for a while, just like me. Thank you for the lurk. And Lily says, Stinky Murder Mole has a nice ring to it. It sure does. And Lily was also going to have some dinner. I hope it is a good dinner. So, yes. Everyone bragging about their dinner because I'm not having one right now. And yeah, these here are full of the mountain behind this build here. I figure if I'm going to build something huge like this, I might as well do some really good terraforming behind it. So here's what I've been doing. I've been cutting down this mountain. So when I first put this building here, I was like, okay, I can deal with the terraforming later, and I'm waiting for someone to call me out on something here. So I just, cut this ugly square notch in the mountain, knowing full well that I'd have my work cut out for me later, and that's what has been happening today. Eat, 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 says Kit, with the cake. Is that a Cub fan? Yep, that's Cub. Nice. With the cake, it has to be Cub fan. And since he's not going to call me out for it, that's Shipwreck's build right there. He built that. That's Shipwreck's warehouse. So, and Shipwreck left this unnatural looking just notch cliff in the background, and already it looks way better, don't you think, than just having this square notch in the mountain. And so we figured, since Supreme Doom and I are building this flower shop, which it looks different than last time we saw it because Supreme Doom has been hard at work on it. I figured, okay, we need a much prettier backdrop, and what prettier backdrop could there be than this build and a mountain? So it does look way better, says Brick. Yes, yeah, it has been like this for a while, and it has been bothering me. And as if I didn't already have too many very grindy projects in progress, I decided, why not some terraforming, and why not just do it without a beacon, because I've used up all my beacon-based material on the 12 beacons at my base, which yeah, oh, that's a cool overhead view. Was taken by surprise on that. Yeah, here I can't remember what happened there. Which one was that? But yeah, I died down there. Oh, right. I know what that is. That was Adventureland 2.0. Shipwreck said, that's the same thing you did behind your flower shop thing. I know, right? Exactly. But yeah, I've got, you can't see them very easily. They're just these tiny little pixels here, but I've got 12 beacons around my base now, so I'm out of beacon-based material. I could probably scrounge something together, but yeah. And Kit, since you're here having lunch, assuming that you're still at your PC, remember last night the final streamer was Kit, and we started here at my Froglight farm, and Kit was looking for allays, and I started him here because these are pretty new chunks, and I helped him with part of the search, and we went east, and then we went northeast, and we found this huge mesa right here. We found one one pillager outpost right there. And it has a cage. I don't know if we even saw that cage. Actually, we did, and it was empty. So yeah. But on my way home, Kit, we went this far without finding anything. On my way home, this right here. I didn't look at the cages, but there are 2 of them. There's a good chance of allays, so make note of that, Kit. I bet if you want allays, that's where you can start looking. And yeah, I bet we got some more down here. These are the kind of territories that I've been finding them most likely. So yeah, that's we were right next to one. But let's take a quick look here, and then I need to make more storage for these. But yeah, after cutting that down, I'm gonna build this up so that we don't have, this is not how it's gonna look. And if we sloped it all the way down, we would interfere with Burke's rocket, which we don't want to do. So no, we're going to have some terraces here and a little bit of a switchback, I think, is the thing. No way, says Kit. West from the Mega Mesa? Yep, west from the Mega Mesa. So yeah, if we... Here's spawn, right where I am, and that's where I got murdered by shipwreck. I don't like to talk about it. But yeah, so this right here was me flying southwest until I could find somewhere I could breed some more frogs. And there's another mesa right there, right? But yeah, we went this way. Here's the huge mesa. And look at that. If I had found that one close to home, that would have been where I built my volcano lair. Look how perfect that is. But no, it's way too far away. And right there. Right west of this desert. Kit says I had to row, swim, and walk home because I was out of rockets. Also, I had to loan Kit some of my rockets, and since I didn't have any non-splody ones, I had to give him my expensive splody ones. I'm really kind of bitter about it. I spent a lot of diamonds on those, Kit. I made a whole stack of rockets that had diamonds in them. I spent a stack of diamonds, not even stocking my shop because I just blew them all up. So we're a stack of diamonds in and no profits yet. No profits, no stock. And Kit just uses them to fly around. Jeez. What a that guy. Anyway, I totally had a whole bunch of non-splody rockets. I just wanted to see him play with splody ones. Let's grab some spruce logs, and since Shipwreck isn't storing anything in here yet. Oh wow, really, says Kit? Yes. I kicked this off by spending an entire stack of diamonds just to have the trail effect on some Shipwreck says, Dan owes me a diamond block. I do not. Burke won that contest fair and square, so I gave him a diamond block, and apparently he owed you, and he gave it to you. Kit says, go grab 2 diamonds from proponents. No. Kit. Tell you what. When we have stock, come and buy it. And then we'll be perfect. It was all super worth it. I was flying around with the splody rockets too because it was just too funny. Alright, so let's yeah, 1 stack of this, and then we'll make enough for 4 double chests, and let's move these. And yep. And I am definitely a hoarder when it comes to, well, anything, but especially just these mundane materials like this. I run out of these a ton if I don't always hoard them. So yeah, I hoard these, and I don't even feel bad about it. And what is even in these shulker boxes? Oh right, my totems, which I'm once again running really low on. I thought, you know, okay, I've got 3 shulker boxes full of these. I'm set for the rest of the season. Nope. Then they introduced the warden, and I just eat through them, just chew right through them. Oh right, basalt, which I got from Burke, and oh, I got more tools in there. That's good. All right, cool. So let's pop these back down, but let's pop them down over here in my storage building here. Look at that. There's all this space, and nobody was even using it. So here we go. Shipwreck says, I'm making fried pork chops, and it's so loud I can barely hear you. Turn me up, Shipwreck. And I might be having the same thing, Shipwreck, actually. It depends on what my wife decides to make, but one of the options is pork chops and mashed potatoes. So we'll see. I don't know exactly what I'll be getting for dinner, but that's the likelihood. So yeah, let's do a little bit more of this, and we'll probably jump around to a few projects today. I don't have any wild adventures planned for this stream. I usually like, especially with the stream totem. If I still had my original stream totem, you can bet I would be doing going out of my way to find some dangerous adventure to risk it. Kit says, I'm also having pork chops for dinner. It's a pork chops day. Pork chops. Well, once I'm out of sheepwreck. But but yeah, since I don't have that, and with what I have been up to, that is not the best way to progress this series. And I know we're quite a ways away currently from Minecraft 1.20, but since we did not reset for 1.19, chances are we will for 1.20, and I want to make sure that my base is in a quote-unquote complete condition. No base is ever truly complete, and let's go sleep. Oh no! Shipwreck saying fried bear pig day, and Prokitman said, "Looks like pig is back on the menu, boys." Very nice. Oh, where was I? Right. Okay, so bases, especially mine, are never actually complete. There's always something more to do. But I have like a coherent vision for this one, and I want to be able to say, even if there's stuff that could still be done, like this is my base and it's complete. This is a complete base. Because chances are we'll also have a world download here. You got the reference, GG. Yes. Yes, I did. Oh man, I can't wait for Twiglet's next episode, which will have a reference to the same movie. Very cool. But yeah, I've been tempted to go get a beacon, but honestly, it's not gonna take too much longer. Although I also have this back wall to do. This is a smaller one. Lego Flame! Hey, look at that. That is a llama train for you, Lego Flame. Thank you for following. And welcome to the stream. I saw you in Burke's stream. Very cool. I hope you've been enjoying the stream weekend. But yeah, this, again, from here over, was a solid wall straight up. And so I've been reshaping the mountain. And I am debating how much other texturing I'm going to do. I'll probably leave it as just this for now, and then come back later as a bonus and maybe add more texture. And I might put some dirt on top of it though to help it blend a little bit, and perhaps some snow. So, but yeah, just shaping it alone is going to be huge. Already has been huge, and so the rest will be possibly after finishing a different grindy project. Steve, hello! Saying hello, Dan. Welcome, Steve. Good to see you here. Been seeing you in and out of all the other streams this weekend. Very cool to see you around. And yeah, so this is the tricky part here, is getting kind of a corner, because we do want it to be around here, but still look kind of natural. Without it being just a hard corner. Plus, I'm going to have to be doing something with this, and probably going to make this one much steeper, but a little bit of slope to it. And I think back here, yeah, this is Shipwreck's going to murder me, but this is why I think that it was a mistake for Mojang to add shulker duplication. Because look at this room. Wait, that was anticlimactic. Look at this room. Wait, no. Do you not keep your shulker shells here, Shipwreck? I know he has this many shulkers full of shulker shells, though, so... Well, this was anticlimactic. But yeah, this is the shulker room. Pretend I didn't come in here and show it to you. There we go. But he has more. This is just a tiny bit of his shulker collection. It's nuts. It's completely insane. Steve says, I have gotten all 3 hours of sleep. All of 3 hours of sleep, and I am ready to go. I think I accidentally took a power nap. That sure is a room. Yeah, I took a power nap in the middle of Burke's stream because I was not going to make it otherwise.
Pretty impressive, huh? I bet you're pretty impressed.
I am pretty impressed, in fact. Thank you, Kit. Pretty impressive, huh? Oh, boy. But yeah, so Supreme Doom, if you're listening, there are more caves. There are so many caves in there that were keeping us from being able to sleep. And that is the letter A. This stream is brought to you by the letter A. And also the block, dirt. And some of them are now gone, but yeah, some of them are still in there, and I'm going to need to go in and do some lighting. I keep having creepers just come out of here and hit me here, which is fine. I just don't want them going down there and exploding there. Oh, that's right. Supreme Doom has gone to pick up your daughter. Very cool. Yeah, I remember now Burke reading that comment. So yeah, I'm going a little bit more harsh over here, but trying to keep kind of a little bit of randomness so that it feels more or less natural. And I'll probably... Okay, so remember when I said this stream is brought to you by the letter A? Well, forget about that because the letter A is gone. It's going away. Goodbye. Goodbye, letter A. You had your time. We appreciate you. We couldn't have the alphabet without you. But now it's time to go. Goodbye. A for astrophysicist, says Steve. That's right. And usually I'd be doing some astrophysics on the weekend. Sort of. Astrophysics, not really. But yep, the Kerbal was subverted by this stream weekend, which has been a whole lot of fun. It's gone way off the rails, I have to say, in the best way. We have had so much chaos, more even than usual. No, the astrophysicist. No. Oh, can we have an F in the chat for A? Oh, man. Steve says, you killed them all, Dan. Now they don't exist. Oh, Steve, we don't need astrophysicists telling us myths like around Earth. Come on. Come on. Open your eyes. Look up to the skies and see. And I'm not going any farther than that. I don't want to get a strike. F's from Steve and from ProKit, man. F's indeed. F for A. So yeah, I'm trying to keep some of this a little bit flat and then a little bit of more slope in some of these spots. Like we're going to do a that. And yeah, I think my voice still sounds a little bit tired, but that's fine. we're doing great. And seriously though, I've been in 3 stream weekends now, I think. With FirstCraft, and so far this has been the most fun one, just because we've just been so crazy and just unorganized. Let's see, is anyone else on? No, there isn't, so I can't, there's a specific thing I can show you if someone else is on, but they're not. They've all been streaming all day and are tired, and I've gone to eat dinner. I had a snack. Oh, I still have some coffee. Hold on. Yes. He says, open your eyes and look how flat everything looks. You're telling me the Earth is round? No shot. That's right. You think rockets go to space? No, you can clearly see that they curve over and then they fall onto the horizon. Yeah, you can see that in every rocket launch. You're not fooling me. Shipwreck says, I'm eating, then I'll be there. Steve says, if Earth is round, why can I look straight, huh? That's right. If Earth is round and if gravity bends light, then I would be able to see over that mountain. True facts. Open your eyes. Don't let them lie to you. Don't fall for the conspiracies. Shipwreck says, did you just drink with no cam? I did one that was not active for a redeem. I caffeinated, but now I'm out of the caffeine, so, you know. But Shipwreck, if you want me to drink with a cam, I believe it's probably off cooldown. I mean, Luli got to it first, but... Steve says, we only speak truths in this chat. That's right. Truths, like, Shipwreck did stinky murders on me. Kit says, oh goodness, my friend is a flat earth group on in a flat earth group on Facebook and sends me their posts. He thinks it's funny. It just pains me. Oh my gosh. I think I've told this before in chat, but I used to work in a at an electronics store doing technical support, and Kit redeemed Hydrate. That's one that I'll drink him for. Thank you, Kit. And I need that. I need some Hydrate. Delicious water. But so when people would when we'd either take a laptop, for example, off the shelf from shelf display, or someone would return one that they'd only had just a little bit, then we could sell it as an open box item at a steep discount, but we had to test them first. And so a really easy place to start for testing is just fire it up, open up YouTube and play a YouTube video. You're testing the internet connectivity, you're testing the video drivers, the audio drivers, all that stuff all at once. And so we'd usually pull up some videos and let them play on our computers that we were testing while we were doing other work. And for a while, I was trolling those flat Earth videos. Like, I'd go in and I'd do all sorts of comments on there just to see how far I could get them to go in agreeing with me, quote unquote, on it. So, but we got this new guy, and he was not particularly bright. I don't know what they were thinking hiring the guy. Like, nothing personal against him. It's just he was not cut out for jobs that require some thinking. And also, he was very gullible. So he saw me. Sometimes I'd watch Kerbal Space Program videos on these things, but then I was also watching some hilarious flat Earth channels, and he saw one of those, and he asked me about it. And before one of my other coworkers who knew me could answer truthfully, I just went all in flat Earth. Also, oranges don't exist, says Steve. If you think you had an orange, you're wrong. Those were actually all lemons in disguise. That's right. You think they would actually name a fruit after a color? You'd think they would have more imagination if it was real. But no, they're like, let's just call it an orange and see if anyone would get fooled. Ha ha ha, we're the Illuminati. That's how it went. That's truth. That's facts. But yeah, I went all in flat Earth on this guy. And the next day, I had him convinced. I converted him to flat Earth. And then the next day he came to work and said that he was telling his wife about how his mind had been blown. And then she brought up some things. Apparently had called him an idiot. Which I felt a little bit bad about. But, I mean, he's the one who brought it home. And then he brought me her counter arguments. And since unfortunately he was not up to actually defending them, I just countered them all back, and this happened like 5 times in a row. I'm a bad person, and I'm going to the bad place. Yeah, what was the first orange fruit or color? What was first, the orange fruit or the color? It was the lemon that was first, amateurs. Yes. Yep. You can tell it's a real fruit because they had a more clever name for it than just, naming it after a color. They don't call it a yellow. Jeez. Hey, get out of here, you green. I mean, you zombie. Sorry. Whoops. Kit says, I had a wild theory that he posted in there the other day. It's a long story, but people bought it. You better share that with me, Kit, because I want to hear it. So, but it got even better than that because one of the things that he brought to me was, okay, so how do you explain tides? And I actually did not know the flat earth explanation for tides, so I had to get real clever and come up with something on the spot. And so mine was that there is, since the earth is flat and it rotates like a record along a central point, that if it's just barely slightly off its axis, it would be enough to cause a little bit of wobble and the ocean will slosh kind of back and forth, right? So, but then I went home and I'm like, okay, but what is the actual flat earth theory on tides? And it's way dumber than that. Their theory is that you've got a round disc, right? And there's people living on the top, there's people living underneath, and they share an ocean, and it sloshes in between the two of them, which is totally at odds with one of their explanations of gravity, which is that the disk is accelerating at a constant 9.8 meters per second squared along that axis, flat side first. So, like, okay, it's one or the other, you guys, or maybe even better, it's like neither. Steve says, Dan, I think by then, that's bullying. I did stop at some point, but yes, it was kind of one of those you laugh or you cry situations. I'm sure that we've all had a coworker like that. Like, he caused a lot more work for us than he solved. He was a really nice guy, but yeah, it was a whole situation. But yeah, I'm going to the bad place. But yeah, no, seriously, Kit, if you've got that, and if that's something that you can share, I am 100% interested in hearing it. Yeah, I went on, this was in the early days of when Falcon 9 had first landed, and so there were some wild videos back then, and I'm sure there still are, explaining how the Falcon 9 was a hoax, all rockets were a hoax, and they're not really launching rockets to space because you can't get to space, you can't get it past the firmament and all that.
And the crowd goes wild.
Yay! Hey, boss, with the Crowd Goes Wild MST3K redeem. Nice. Welcome, boss. Good to see you here. And yeah, Kit says, I get that. I just argue and get myself worked up. After a while I was like, okay, this has gotten old, and I stopped commenting on those, but it was really great entertainment for a while, because you're not going to convince anyone there, so it's just fun. You just have fun with it, right? And Steve saying, I almost feel bad for the guy, but I'm no saint, I will laugh. I know. Yeah. Plus at the end of the day where there weren't any hard feelings, so that helps. But yeah, it was my other coworkers who knew me for much longer were having the hardest time staying straight-faced for it. But boss says, good to see you. This doesn't look like the Nether. Let's see, what does my my thing say? Oh, did I not change the thing? What does my go live say? Now live streaming Minecraft FirstCraft stream weekend day 2 is all it says. Yeah, I think that's fine. Oh, we're gonna get it from Kit here. Okay, here's the theory. Bear with me as it's a few steps. All right, Kit, it's your responsibility on my stream to keep us entertained while I do this then. That's how this works, right? Lay it on me. I'm so ready for this. Boss, you came in at an interesting time. Oh, it popped up a Nether Booms message for me. I did say booms, as in booms and blooms, which is, or blooms and booms, which is our shop here. And I'm gonna let a couple messages come in from Kit before reading them all at once. But yeah, this is the start looking pretty good, I have to say, of the shop that I'm building with Supreme Doom. And yeah, lots of terraforming to come. That's what we're working on now, starting from behind the shop, cutting away at the mountain, and then going to build this up and make kind of a switchback. But right here, yeah, we tried to get or Shipwreck tried to shut us down, and I accidentally broke his signs, but they were full of bad grammar and bad spelling, so I did my best to copy the way he had written it. Closed to acquire a business license, and then I said something else and he said it was void, so I put that back. So yeah, Booms and Blooms. It's a combination flower shop and explosive shop, including splody fireworks for displays and for ammo. But yes, oh, it looks like the full theory is there, so let's get a cool shot back here and read it. And let's see, I gotta scroll up just a little bit. So Jordan teaches piano lessons, and his lesson book has the song "The Whole World in His Hands." Ah, yes, there we go. The key of the song is B flat major. I heard my name, says Supreme Doom. Yep. Hello, hello. And let's see, Kit says, clearly, God created a flat earth and inspired the writer of that song to write the song in that key, because the world, in his hands, B flat. Flat earth confirmed. I literally cannot argue with that. That's solid. Yes. I wish I had a free cam right now. Yep. Shipwreck has been doing that all day to everybody. It's been wild. There's a goat. But yeah, look. I'm the only one online, not typing anything, but you know who has console access? Shipwreck. Oh boy, yeah, Shipwreck's been doing that all day. He was doing it to Twiglet earlier, he was doing it to Supreme Doom, and now he's doing it to me. Man, that guy. But Random Big says, yeah, Dan, your relatives have arrived. And also we got a message from Steve. I once had a friend who tried to convince me that Australia didn't exist. He's right, you know. It made it better that we live in New Zealand. We're very close to Australia, but she just believes everyone there were actors, and it was a made-up country. She was doing level 3 physics with me when she laid this news on me. Okay, Steve, you believed her, right? Because this is completely correct. She's absolutely right. There are a couple movies filmed in New Zealand where they very famously were able to convincingly portray a fantasy world. There's The Lord of the Rings, and then later there was The Hobbit, which they needed to use a little bit more green screen on. It's going to start thundering here in a minute. So they really like to use New Zealand because New Zealand is basically just completely green. It is a natural, perfect green screen. It is literally nature's green screen, right? So when you want something somewhere like Australia, for example, say you want to film a Mad Max movie and you need a post-apocalyptic world, they made up one called Australia, and then it turns out that was copyrighted, so they had to use something else. I can't remember what, but yeah, Australia later came into the public domain, so there are plenty of shows and movies that are set in Australia. In fact, we have a character on our server who likes to claim that she is from the fictional fantasy land, post-apocalyptic land of Australia. Don't be a dolphin, jeez. So, yes, yeah, she likes to tell people, yeah, she's from the fictional land of Australia, but she plays it off like it's real. That's Bowser. So yeah, if you want somewhere, and you can confirm this because you're from New Zealand. Yeah, New Zealand, correct, Steve, is nature's green screen. It is a literally perfect natural green screen. Science. That's science. Kit will confirm because he's a scientist. Let's see. Sky God, he has blessed Dan with a pork chop like he blessed Twig. It says, but he needs to drop a bear and a man too. Wow, that would be so rude. Scream Doom says, I'm confused. I saw a ship doing nothing earlier and there were pigs raining down. It's got it like on a macro key or something, I think is what Twiglet was saying. Right? But yeah. They're so big. Oh my gosh. I've got cod and salmon in my inventory. Jeez. Sreenu says, you are such a dolphin. You moved. He says, I've actually been there. It was cool to see the set of the Hobbits. I'd recommend it if you're into stuff like that. They have themed stuff to go along with the tour, and we went into most houses too. It is on my to-do list, to-visit list. The only place overseas I've been so far is Iceland. But yeah, New Zealand is certainly on my list of places I'd like to go, and then see what I can pop onto that green screen there. And Boss says, at least they're... That one lived! Shipwreck, you used to drop them from 100 blocks up. Don't ask me how I know that. But you need to drop them from a little bit more. It's Raine and donkeys. Hallelujah. Oh my gosh. How many hit points does he have left? 7. Yeah, you need to drop them from higher. Shipwreck. Here, let me show you how it's done. Why is it not raining frogs? Yeah, so... yeah, Boss said at least they're not dropping horses. Their screams are the loudest, and what comes out of the sky but donkeys. Yep, that's what we've got. We've got a rain, a plague of frogs. And they stopped. The frogs stopped. Yes, I was, let's see, hold on. It's... And that's the stream, guys. No. Oh my gosh. Alright, did I miss some chat? Let's see. Let's see. It says, I work with green screens. That's true. That's true. It does, as a professional weatherman. Fun fact, I am followed on Twitter by someone who is verified on Twitter. It is ProKitman. Green, says Steve. Yes, I was listening. You're always right and never wrong, Dan. That's correct. Everyone note, it was said here. Donkeys with feather falling, says Shipwreck. Dan, that's one of the 7 plagues the engineers, says Scream Doom. Steve says, New Zealand doesn't do much for tourists, but if you're big into nature, they have so many beautiful trails and mountain ranges, you never quite get used to the views. Yes, and that's what I would want there. Kit says, no, it's frogs. Yep, exactly. Hello, Dan, says Satan. Hello, Satan. Is this your doing, Satan? Because, this is an abomination. This has to go. Ooh. Yes. These are abominations and they have to go. These are not natural. Get out of here, yeah. Dolphin horses. There's gonna be more, aren't there? And now I'm gonna... I'm just gonna be watching my head now. Nope. Let's see. Saint says, I'm sad it's not raining cats and dogs. The cats would not die, is the thing. They do have feather falling. Free leathers as a kid. Fun fact, Shipwreck says, horses survive 100 block falls. Okay, those were 100 block falls. Holy cow. Dang. Spring Doom, oh, that's because they can jump. That makes sense. So yeah, they have natural fall resistance because of their jump height. Ah, yeah. Screamdoom says, okay, hear me out. It started raining frogs, and then Satan showed up. The end is nearer. Yes. Satan says, I only make locusts fall from the skies. Dan, stop horsing around, says Supreme Doom. Shipwreck says, and I'm called a murderer. Clip this. And the maniacal laughter. This makes me sad, says Steve. Man. So I'm in the right skin for this quote, too. If wishes were horses, we'd all be eating steak. I have 2 black horse heads. Is that another? Nope, I thought I saw another horse head. I got a white horse head while I was trying to repair my elytra after our uneventful journey last night. Those screams. Oh, it's true. Those screams are horrifying. Truly horrifying. Eh, there's another one. Yeah, dolphin. Can I not? There we go. Oh my, it's just big nostrils. It looks like, kind of like a ghast face. Look at that, that looks like a ghast face, or kind of a panda ghast. Almost done, says Kid. I think there are more on the ledge and up top. Yeah, probably. Oh, there's a gray one. Okay, hold on. I don't care about mushrooms. I do care about this helmet. Quite a lot, in fact. There we go. You look like you have a mustache. Hi. Imagine coming into this stream right now. Welcome. I'm Dan Bearbeak82, and this is the end of the FirstCraft stream weekend. I can't even think anymore. We're doing some terraforming and some pest control as well. These literally rain from the sky. It happens from time to time. It's a natural weather phenomenon. Kit can tell you all about it. Oh yeah, these donkeys too. Get out of here. Oh, that's an even sadder sound. Jeez. Jeez. Say it right, says Supreme Doom. Say what right? What should I say right? Because I say everything right. Usually it's just raining cats and dogs, usually, but sometimes you get these extreme weather events, and it just makes me wonder. We didn't listen, did we? We didn't listen. Not horses and donkeys. She says, who is that, and where did Dan go? It's almost like I can still hear his voice. You will never not hear Dan's voice. Dan's voice will follow you everywhere. It's just not something that you can escape. That's also science. This has been the weirdest stream weekend. Oh, no. No, no. No, 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 no. Oh, boy. Yeah, the weather just got really serious. Yeah. Springdoom says, in some places, it's cats and dogs. On FirstCraft, it's horses and donkeys and the occasional polar bear. Yeah, okay. Now I fear for my life. Wouldn't be the first time Shipwreck has murdered me today. Do you sense a storm, Dan? I sure do, and I am... Yeah, I knew it! I knew it! I knew that was gonna happen. Okay, hold on. Let's see if I can even successfully sleep. I can. Oh, look, Shipwreck confessing. Saying, I'm done, I promise. That was just 7 blocks, by the way. Oh, you could have done 100. Oh, jeez. Well, that's not something you see every day, even on FirstCraft. Wouldn't do 100, maybe to Kit. Steve says, it's going to be great when I tell Twig all of the knowledge I've learned in Dan's streams. I know. Yeah, tell him all about how everything is a New Zealand conspiracy. That's right. Where's Wildy? Chris! It's Wooly. It's Wooly, Supreme Doom. It's Wooly Coyote. Next time you see him, you can say it right. Alright, here's the command. Here's how it's done. Just up. And he left. He knew. He knew. I took a little too long to type. That's amazing. Yep, I've been doing that all day and blaming Shipwreck. I mean, Shipwreck's been doing that all day. Well, stream lag. Get out of here, you abomination. You shouldn't be alive. Feel better now. Gosh, there's another one. Well, I mean, we've been Whoa. We've been surprisingly productive for the shenanigans. Look at all the leather all around. I have an entire shoulder box of leather. I'm going to take this abomination leather. I don't trust him. What is he doing? I do not trust him. Where did he go? Where is that stinky mole? He came around and then didn't immediately start shooting at me. I don't trust it. Also, I have a full inventory anyway, so. Let's see. Let's just pop everything in here. Excuse me, I got hiccups now. Jeez. And I'll put the helmet in my ender chest. I'm gonna keep wearing this horse head. I like it. Steve says, "Yep, Dan's a confirmed flat earther. He successfully got rid of all astrophysicists." I thought this was gonna happen earlier. Successfully got rid of all astrophysicists in one fell swoop. Oranges are actually lemons. Australia doesn't exist, and New Zealand is green. And then the stream was taken over by a talking horsehead. I'm glad it went well for you, Supreme Doom. I'll do my best to catch the next one. Nice. Yeah. I catch maybe 1 out of 5. Maybe I'm being a little generous on that of Supreme Doom streams, and I have never not had a great time there. She is very entertaining. Supreme Doom, I'm going to make you very uncomfortable and say you should shout yourself out. Oh no. Oh no. He's up to his antics again. What? Is he gonna mess up my terraforming with end crystals? Of course he is. He's gonna quote unquote help. Oh my gosh. What have we got? What have we got going on here? I'm gonna turn the music up too. I think it's a little quiet. Yeah, there we go. I think that's better. Where did he go? Where is that stinky murder mole? He's in one of these caves, I think. Hold on. Here's how you find a mole. There he is. He's right over there. Exhibit for the defense. What is this? Oh no, Supreme Doom, what have you done? What have you done? You're a stinky accomplice, that's what you are. Defending a stinky murderer. Stinky murder mole. Oops. Gotta find the polar bear. Where does the polar bear spawn? There. Yeah, he's in the caves. He's in the caves right over there. Springdom says, can I still shout myself out, or are you mad? Oh, of course you can shout yourself out. I mean, you're a stinky accomplice, but you're a good streamer, and I enjoy your streams. And I'll see you in court. He's getting closer. Oh my gosh. That guy. That mole. And yeah, let's get rid of this tree here. This is relatively calm, and it's actually kind of nice. It's been, my face hurts from this weekend. I gotta say, we've been laughing too much. I say we've had too much fun. There must be no more fun. I'm declaring an end to fun. I'm gonna petition our new king, who is self-appointed. It's apparently Twiglet, who says I don't speak English for some reason. Whatever. But yeah, there's a shout out for Supreme Doom. Yes. Go follow Supreme Doom for entertaining Minecraft and arts and crafts content. Where is he? I know he's just right here watching me. There we go. That'll be a nice little ledge. Supreme Doom says, I can't shout myself out in Setson stream. It tells me it's not right to self. Does he have something set up for that? Because that's amazing. Okay, one of the most amazing things I've seen recently in a stream, I watched Dame the Dime the other day, and because every stream inevitably becomes a conversation about pineapple on pizza, he actually has his auto-moderation settings. Oh. It's Adventureland 3.0. Let's move on. Oh my gosh. Okay, does it line up with this? No, he's over there still. Okay. Shipwreck, oh my gosh. But yeah, he actually has his auto moderation settings to censor the pineapple on pizza emote, the Twitch emote, which is hilarious. And I unironically love pineapple on pizza, so I tried to use it in his stream, and I got auto-moderated. Steve says, Dan, look, what is that over there? It was a golden carrot, wasn't it? Yeah, I've got 2 of those now. Yeah, we've actually almost got this all the way down. Maybe we actually will finish this part of this today. So, like, grindy stuff like this works real well when there's a lot to talk about, and boy, we had a lot to talk about. Flat Earth, New Zealand as nature's green screen, all of that stuff. Yeah, go tell everybody that that's what you learned in the FirstCraft stream weekend from DanBearPig82, that New Zealand is nature's green screen and Australia is a hoax. Where is that shipwreck? He hasn't stood me in a little while. That makes me just as nervous as anything else he does. Whoop. Trying to catch him in the act. Let's see. Okay, old growth pine taiga, but right here is grove. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, we get natural snow right here. Huh. Scream says, the best troll is when you aren't trolling, but people think you are. That's how Shipwreck gets such a reputation for trolling. Like, I'll constantly do this to, like, Twiglet. There he is. And Twiglet's first thought is, Shipwreck! Shipwreck, what are you doing? He says, I also unironically like pineapple on pizza, and no, I will not be elaborating. I will just eat it in front of you. Nice. It's good. Especially on barbecue chicken pizza, but yeah, even just on just regular marinara pizza. Really good. Oh, and it's time to shriek. Oh my god. Oh, 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 oh. Did I see, was that a particle? Was that a rain particle? I think that was just a rain particle. Oh, he's getting closer. That stinky murder mole. He's getting close. Yeah, he's still alive. Spring Doom says, is that a mole detector you have there, Dan? Polar bear powered? It sure is. Look at this. Got him. Mojang, someone's impersonating me. Uh-oh, I'm about to get permabanned from all of Minecraft. Mojang, it's a false report, I swear. It is. Alright, where does it go? This is Adventureland 3.0. That's what this is right here. It's an actual maze. Oh my goodness. Oh. Ah!
Hey, come check this out.
I can
Look at
hear
this.
me yelling in your speech.
Oh yeah, sorry. Hang on, I'll turn down that volume. Look what I found.
Oh, is it a lush cave? Yeah. Oh,
Ow.
okay. Yeah, you deserve that. I'm not even gonna save you. Gonna watch this happen.
Ah, there's more.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So remember when you were like, "Oh no, not explosions. What's he up to?" I had actually came in here and a creeper came down on top of me and blew this part up.
Yeah, but you know why I think that, right? You know why my brain automatically goes right there.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, because of all the end crystals, like the one that you murdered me with earlier today.
No, you tripped on it.
Yeah, I tripped on it right where you put it, so I would trip on it. Hey, Bowser's here saying good morning. Hey, Bowser, Steve was learning today. Oh, she said he's doing a BRB. All right, but Bowser, we've been learning today. I was telling a little bit about your character Bowser's backstory and being from a fictional fantasy land. But oh, what is this? Instant health. Okay. I don't. I need my inventory open for the stone. Shipwreck. For the stone. You got.
It's to help with that.
Oh, wait.
Hey!
You tried to catch it.
Oh, I wonder. I gotta try that on a creative world, but I wonder if you did that and you had like knock back whatever 500, if you could like bat it across the sky.
Oh, that would be something. Okay, here's a funny story. A few years back, on my family server, I set up in an area that my brother was trying to build something. He'd cleared out a big flat area for a game, and I put way up in the sky, at the then build height. That was in 1.14. Yeah, 1.14. I put a bunch of redstone contraptions that would dispense pig spawn eggs and just rain pigs down. And I turned them on and I left so the chunks wouldn't be loaded, right? And then he never found it on his own, but I I was watching my stepdaughter play. She was like 9, 10 at the time, and she and her friends had inventories full of raw pork chops. I was like, "Oh, where did you get all the pork chops?" She's like, "It was just raining from the sky. We were just exploring, and all these pigs just kept falling down." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, that was not supposed to be discovered by children who could potentially be scarred." Like, she has a really strong sympathetic reflexes towards like animals and stuff, but she thought that was hilarious. So I was like, "Oh, good, crisis averted." I was like, "Oh no, oh
Nice.
no, did I traumatize a child?" I mean, later I made another child cry with a data pack, but we don't talk about that. Whoops. And
I did-
Bowser's back. What's that?
I did contemplate for a second dropping the anvil from 100, but
You should have done it.
no,
I mean, the
didn't
chances of
want
it
to
hitting
kill
me
you.
were very...
And then you would blame me for murder, and
As if you wouldn't murder. That is the... Alright, Bowser's back. Steve's saying, "I'm only here to learn the knowledge Dan is so kindly bestowing upon me." And Screamdo says, "Hello, Bowser," played by Kabowser. "There's a story there. I think you missed it. Dan will explain." And Good Bowser says, "I said, hey, as my husband called me, which mute stream." Okay. Yes. Well, we've been learning all about the fictional fantasy post-apocalyptic land of Australia and how it is staged in New Zealand, which is nature's green screen. Also, that the Earth is flat. So there's the context there. Everyone there is an actor. It's true. That's the export from New Zealand, is their natural perfect green screen. Like you could just iPhone film something, just film it with your iPhone, not even using any green screen apps or anything, and it just naturally you could just pop whatever background you want on it. It's that good. Like back in the 1880s when they were first starting to do like silent films and stuff. I assume that's when that was. Like even in black and white, they could just film there, and that's how they do things like fictional moon landings and stuff. Is just simply film in New Zealand. That's all you have to do. Just film in New Zealand. Everyone there is an actor. You'll get Academy Awards all over the place with no effort. None. It's just a miraculous place. Bowser says, "Closer than Western Australia's capital of Perth." Yeah. Yeah, Steve was agreeing with me. Steve is from New Zealand and confirmed it all. So, facts. The stuff you learn when you follow FirstCraft. All right. Oh, this has been something. And now, yeah, we got this here. Where is he still here? No. Okay. I didn't see a polar bear, so yeah. Steve's the real star here. There we go. I should probably take down this floating tree, shouldn't I? Do I have enough room in my inventory? Probably not. Let's finish this layer, and then let's take down that tree. But yeah, we've been learning all sorts of things today in stream. The truth. Science. Yep, I am Ambassador to New Zealand, says Steve. Everything I say is credible. I never doubted you for a moment, Steve. We know it. In fact, I believe the TCH stands for the creative head. So that is the head of the creative department in New Zealand. New Zealand, where poutine was invented, as well as maple syrup. Exported to Canada, licensed to be their own native product. Because everyone felt bad for Canada. Also, the end of the world is near, says Supreme Doom. That's too small. You're reacting to Poutine, Bowser. And for whatever reason, that particular emote in that resolution just looks, it's hard to discern. Yeah. You're now going too far, Dan, says Supreme Doom. Never mind, I'll let you have your moment. Uh-oh, I think Supreme Doom is going to be the next one to murder me. Oh, Supreme Doom, you derped. That's not the command. Oh. Apparently my moderators consider that to be a derp. I mean, I don't think so, but you know me, I never argue with a moderator. They're the final word. They're impartial, objective, and they know what they're doing. Especially my moderators. They're perfect. My gosh. All right. Never mind, says Supreme Doom. I changed my mind. New Zealand cannot have poutine. That is ours. Check your facts. Shipwreck doesn't even like craft dinner, so I don't know. I'm dubious of all your facts. And Steve says, you couldn't be more right, Dan. And 3 stands for my favorite number, and 6 stands for Steve, because I like my name. Nice. Everyone should like their name. And Bowser says, Dan, you should get Dinkum. I saw you were streaming that. I don't know that game, and I wasn't able to join. But yeah, I've never heard of that. It's a game staged in New Zealand, right? An Australian game. I'll look at it. The thing is, there are so many games even already in my Steam inventory that I just don't have time to play and have never played. Sure, says Bowser. She's just going with it at this point. Wise. But if I'll look at it, and if it looks cool, I'll at least put it on my Steam wish list. But I know I've told Shipwreck like 5 times now, different times, where he's like, hey Dan, you should play this game with me. I'm like, I don't have time for even the Minecraft that I play. Oh, Bowser, look at this. I got a brown horse head on. Is that brown? Dark brown, yeah. It's a weird one. She says it has emus, enchiladas, cassowaries, crocs, dingoes. Nice. Steve says, am I dumb? I don't know what poutine is. As the ambassador, you can have poutine back, I suppose. Oh, poutine is yet another one of the miraculous inventions of that miraculous land known as New Zealand. Basically, you take potato fries, you take gravy, and you take delicious cheese curds, and you put them on top of each other. It's super hot, so the gravy melts the cheese curds. Delicious. And since Canada had not much going for it, New Zealand was like, here, we'll let you take the credit for maple syrup and for poutine. Even though maple syrup is technically an American thing. I mean, it's you get the best stuff in West Virginia and Vermont. And that's science facts. And like every other science fact you've heard here, you can trust it. About just enchiladas, not enceladus. I know how to say enchiladas, Kabowser. Like Knuckles, says Satan. Springdoom says, thank you, Steve. You're not dumb, but you should have kept it. I'm just saying, it's kind of magical. From Sonic. I'm gonna get canceled by Bowser and by Supreme Doom. And next anvil is gonna actually fall on my head from 100 blocks. It's just inevitable at this point. Guys, look at my magical aura. Yeah, do it again. Magical aura. Bowser with the Boozinate. Maybe the Boozinate will bring back my magical aura. Thank you, Bowser. Yo, Drunky. Reread what I wrote slowly. Enchiladas, not enceladus. Yeah. Oh, my magic aura isn't coming back. Thanks, shipwreck. Thought you had my back. He only has my back when he's pointing an arrow at it. Steve says, I don't care where Kronitz came from. It's ours now. But maybe I'll share it if you ask nicely. Wait. Well, we definitely believe in sharing is caring. I'm sure as a country we wouldn't mind sharing a little. We still have Kronitz. I don't know what those are. That's a lost cause, Bowser. Just go with it. That's right. By brute force, I will establish my facts. I will live my truth. We are continuing this being the weirdest stream weekend. Oh, boy. Dance too drunk, says Bowser. Bowser. Let's see. How well does this come across? The entirety of the alcohol I've had today is, yeah, you can see the level on there. Is that? That's it. I'm not drunk. I'm just very smart and knowledgeable. All that boozinate. That's right. There was a free one for you guys. That one was for poutine. Favorite New Zealand cuisine. And that's when Supreme Doom unfollowed me. Alright, I'm going to leave some of that ore in there. That adds a little bit of texture naturally to the mountain. And Steve says, Cronuts are a mix between a croissant and a donut. And it's usually filled with chocolate or caramel. It's everything I want in a pastry. Oh, I have probably not had authentically that, but I've had things like that here, and that sounds quite delicious. Very cool. A cronut, I see. That's I like it. That's clever. I fully approve. Supreme Doom says, yes, Dan, of course. Chip, what's the ETA on the funny farm? Mobile heading to Dan's. How did you know that I was planning to have one of those in my backyard? Supreme Doom. I didn't know that was public information. Are you doxing me? Jeez. Bowser asking, what are we making? Well, here's the thing. When Shipwreck built his warehouse, he just cut a notch into this mountain. So we had this flat face, and we had a flat face all the way down here, and it went up, and it was the whole mountain. So I'm cutting it back for terraforming. Yep, I'm taking those teas, says Supreme Doom. Yeah, they sound delicious. So let's head up to the top of Burke's Rocket Shop and see. And so I'm going for a more or less natural-ish look. So, and I think I'm doing actually a pretty good job on this. So, of course, I'm going to need to put some dirt and some more snow on. This is natural snow. It's a grove biome, and it snowed. But yeah, so we need to cut this mountain away so that we don't have this eyesore behind our beautiful work-in-progress flower shop that Supreme Doom and I are working on. Then I'm going to need to fill in some of this so it also looks natural, and we can do kind of a branch off here and a little bit of a switchback up there. Yeah. So let's see. Bowser says, well then, I have 0 stream delay. That's a first. Oh, nice. He says, now, Supreme. We can go out on a picnic, and we can share some cronuts. Oh, I'm declaring FirstCraft lunch party at Steve's house. Bring your favorite backdrop for a green screen, because he lives in New Zealand, nature's perfect green screen. The entire nation is one green screen, and that's how they're able to convincingly portray fictional fantasy worlds such as the post-apocalyptic Australia, as featured in Mad Max, and Middle Earth, as featured in The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. 2 very different environments, both filmed in the same place, with the magic of cinema green screen, provided by nature. And Supreme says, why so far from the shop? Are you talking about why I'm cutting this so far back? We need a roof. or it's an open air market. We should have a roof because it there was a burp. Because it it rains on this server sometimes. Bowser says, let that air flow. As Raine just says, okay, I can share. I'm nice like that. I'll bring poutine and maple syrup. Yeah, New Zealand is nice. They'll let you do it even though it natively comes from there. There's something of the fun, the roleplay fun of letting it come from Canada. He's playing sounds at me. It rains pigs. Yes, yes, it does. They expect a whole lot of nature everywhere, says Steve. Yep. Everything you hear in FirstCraft is true. Except when Shipwreck says he didn't do a murder. That's not true. Everything you hear me say, that is true. You can 100% believe it because I said you can. Spoon does because they're all actors. They're used to playing along. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Is this me doing pest control? Is that what that clip is? I haven't watched it yet, Supreme Doom. Steve says, I recently put some pictures of mountains and lakes I saw on my recent camping trip in Twig's Discord. Ooh, I will have to check that out. Are you in the FirstCraft Discord, Steve? Because if not, it's not pest control. Uh-oh. Oh, now I'm really afraid. Can we get the Discord link in the chat? Moderators. That would be fantastic. And I will definitely look at it in Twig's Discord. I am in Twig's Discord. Alright, can I get out of this without catching fire this time? Nope. Cannot. Rip me. Thank you, Shipwreck. And yeah, we've got a community server as well. Several new people have put their names in the list today. So yeah, that is new and growing. And probably next week, this is not official. This is not canon. Probably next week we will do the community dragon fight there. We have not officially planned it yet, but we want to do it as soon as possible. So, but yeah, I haven't been on there very much, but I do plan on being on there more. And what was that one? Yeah, Shipwreck's playing sounds at me. Keeping me entertained while I do this grindy terraforming. I appreciate it. It says, should have gotten a beacon. I thought about it. I'm out of beacon base materials, but I could have temporarily moved one. But yeah, this is actually fine. It's not that huge a dig project, honestly, compared to the other ones I'm doing. Pest control. These are abominations. They rain from the sky. They are not natural. So starting every morning with a little bit of spice, I suppose. Yep, I've heard that sound a lot today, but usually I hear it and it's real.
Actually, it's going to be super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Shipwreck says, I am not. I'm busy modding. Super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Thank you. My favorite was the dolphins of Supreme Doom. Yes, of course. She has a special relationship with dolphins. They are the ones that she realized do not have two hands the way she does. Sound alert for you not needing a beacon. Yes, it would be a little bit different. This would have turned out a little bit differently with a beacon, and I don't know if that would have been better or worse. I am actually quite content with how this has been going. Kit, did you see that Shipwreck and Burke went and they found a Lays on Burke's stream? What is this? A dead end. Oh, I know what this is. Supreme Doom, you dug this. You were looking for the monsters that were causing us to be unable to sleep. That's what this is. I've uncovered it, and now I will fill it back in. Yeah, that was a little bit of a surprise. Dan, you make me sound like a total dolphin. Yep, they found them in under 20 minutes. That's so rude. Yep. It was indeed super easy, barely an inconvenience.
You know what always cheers me up? Laughing at other people's misfortunes.
Thank you, Kit. Oh man. Oh man, I'm gonna be so wiped out tonight, and it's gonna be so worth it though. Oh boy. Oh, okay, that one almost got me, Shipwreck. Played for myself, so that's good. I approve. Okay, that one got me a little bit. I looked down at my tool to see if I had broken it. I have broken a lot of pickaxes this past couple weeks because I've been doing a ton of terraforming and digging. I'm terraforming in the Nether. I'm terraforming here now, and I am digging huge tunnels in my supervillain lair, my underground lair. And yeah, I keep losing track and breaking tools. So yeah, GG, that one got me. That moment when a tool breaking sound is scarier than a warden sound emerging right behind you. Supreme Doom says, that's not where I found them, though. Bowser says, right, school drop off now, enjoy. But Bowser, it's like 4:30 p.m. There can't be school right now. Stay in chat. Or have a great time dropping your kids off at school. Thank you for dropping by and hearing the backstory for your fictional land. Spoon says, but I did find all of the bad guys. Not all of them, believe it or not, Scream Doom. You found a lot of them, and it was invaluable, but there were even more. There are more caves right up there that are not lit up. It's a problem. It's a big problem. Should maybe come help, says Scream Doom. If you want to, you're welcome to. But yeah, you've done plenty. Oh, look, it's my magic aura. Did you see that? My powers, my magic aura. Yeah. I feel very powerful. And says, one kid at school, slow down. All right. Scream Doom says 6:30 p.m., not 4:30. Yeah, Scream Doom. Time zones are a hoax perpetuated by the Round Earth Society, so I'll have none of that hoaxing here, okay? None of that. We speak truths here. Earth is flat. Time zones are a hoax. It is 4:28 p.m. exactly. If it was 6:30 p.m., I'd be done by now, and clearly I'm still streaming, so hope that makes you feel a little bit silly, like a dolphin maybe. We can sleep now, though. That's all I care about. Yes. I don't have to get up at 4 a.m. if I want to catch Twiglet tomorrow. Probably he'll be streaming at 3 a.m., but I'm not going to do it three days in a row, even though it would totally be worth it to catch a Twiglet stream. They're always great. I need my headset. Splits are the word. Oh, wait. Bowser says, I have a split shift today. Oh, nuts. Yeah, splits are awful. They are the worst. Steve says, sometimes I feel like I'm 12 in your chat hand. Since it's a fictional age, I'll allow it. Because all of you talk about kids and marriage, and I'm just here like, ew, kids. No offense, I'm sure they're lovely, but I suppose I still need to being an adult. Yeah. An adult. Yeah. I'm not an adult. I'm a nearly 40-year-old child. That's what I am. Green Doom says, I may sound like a dolphin to you, but you are looking like a total dolphin. Wow. Another sick burn from Supreme Doom. Wow. Wow. Jeez. I know how you feel, Steve. All right, let's see. We're so close. I did not expect to get this far down, but I've been having so much fun with the chat and the learning of science facts that this has felt like no time at all, even though it's been hour and a half. Jeez, wow. It's just passed like nothing at all. It's amazing. All right, and let's do a little bit like that. A little bit straighter here. Ah! Oh my gosh! It's raining pufferfish now? Get out of here! Get out of here! You wannabe dolphin? Jeez. Dennis Proof says Supreme Doom very rudely. You don't need to be an adult or sane to have kids. That statement installs fear in me, says Steve. That explains a lot about society, doesn't it? Yep. Oh boy. Can't believe my own moderator would say something so rude to me. Something so rude and yet so true. Believe it or not, Supreme Doom is not my rudest moderator. My own wife is a moderator on this channel, although she usually has her hands full, and so is not able to be here to moderate. But yeah. That's where the prize goes for rudest moderator. Don't tell her I said that. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Told you Supreme's mean, says Shipwreck. I know, right? At least she has never murdered me. And Shipwreck with the booze-nate. See, Shipwreck's nice. Shipwreck keeps me booze-nated. Supreme Doom says, oh gosh, there's another one. Hey, listen. You ended a Slice Slime Triple H run. You're not going to end my hardcore except when I die a respawn run, okay? All jokes aside, says Supreme Doom, Dan is an amazing father. I know because he told me himself. And you know that that is a serious statement and not a joke because she said not a joke. And Kit redeeming Jukebox song request and wants Mellow High. Absolutely. Let me shriep. It's cold at night over here in this biome, so Shipwreck very kindly provided me with natural heat around my bed. Thank you, Shipwreck. I did it! I jumped over Ring of Fire, Ring of Fire. All right, let's grab the jukebox. Oh yeah, that's the name. He says, yeah, and I'm just here in chat like, oh, they're fighting again. Oh boy, let's empty the inventory so that I can actually, set up the jukebox. Pay no attention to all the horse heads. They are not there. Believe me, they are not. Certainly not the one on my face. Twiglet first again with the first but not really. Twiglet, are you planning to stream at 3 a.m. again tomorrow? I haven't looked at your schedule. So I was just telling him that as fun as it is to be in your streams and as totally worth it as it would technically be, I don't think I can handle getting up that early 3 days in a row. And Twiglet, you missed our science facts. Not tomorrow, no. Okay, good, I can sleep. Oh, thank goodness. Let's put it right up. That's not it. Dan, that was a derp. Well, I don't get to say what's a derp or not. That's up to my moderators. This is the party in a box. Oh, sorry, Kit, but you're not a moderator. You don't get to say if it was a derp or not. It's not up to you. And we want Mellow High. There it is, right there. Hey, I know that guy, Twiglet. And Twiglet saying, I had so much fun on stream weekend though. Yes, we got way off the rails, didn't we? Wait, hold on. I need to pause the in-game music. There we go. Yeah, that's the stuff, says Kit. Twiglet. This might be a hilarious one to do as a tuba and flute duet. Twiglet played Hedwig's theme on flute by ear yesterday. It was great. Let's see. Stream Noon says, Dan, I get up at 5 a.m. on Twiglet stream days just for Twiglet. So you're saying that you missed the first 2 hours of his stream? Because he streams at 3 a.m. I always wake up and see, oh, there was a Twiglet stream. I wasn't there for it. Sometimes I go to bed and Twiglet has just started streaming, or he streams right after I go to bed because 2 a.m. is about my normal bedtime. Steve says, hi Twig, you missed all the knowledge Dan has been telling us. All true, by the way. Yep, that's right. Steve, I'll let you fill Twiglet in on all the amazing knowledge. Isn't Marmite exported from New Zealand? Like, that's one that it's not like maple syrup or poutine where you're like, okay, these are beautiful inventions, but we have so many that will let you have that, Canada. It was more like, ooh, we're really embarrassed by this one. This went wrong. How about we blame that one on England? They actually like it for some reason. Yeah. And then you tried again, and it came out as Vegemite, and you're like, oh, let's blame that on the fictional post-apocalyptic fantasy land of Australia. We don't want credit for this one at all. Sorry if I'm pulling the curtain back a little too far, but yeah, Marmite, Vegemite, you can blame New Zealand. They blamed England. And oh, hi, Supreme Doom.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Twiglet, I do not stream at 3 a.m. I stream at 6 p.m., okay? All right? Except on weekends when I stream at 2 p.m., all right? Earth is flat and time zones are a hoax. We've established this. It's science fact. It's all true. New Zealand is nature's green screen. Australia is a hoax. And New Zealand exports Vegemite, Marmite, maple syrup, and poutine.
And I've got a beautiful straitjacket for you here, Dan. Just put it on. Everything's okay.
Hey guys,
We're
can you
gonna
believe
put
this
you
is
in a
one of my own
padded
moderators?
room.
Considers herself one of my friends and is this mean to me. At least she
have-
hasn't dropped anvils on my head today.
I have a very soft, fluffy room for you. Everything's gonna be
Ooh.
okay.
Can I have crayons? I really have some interesting rantings that I would like to draw on the walls with my feet.
I would love to give you crayons.
Oh, yes, good. Let's see. Green Room said, "Are you even supporting your friends, Dan? You slept through most of my streams as well." Yeah, I sleep through a lot of Supreme Doom streams. Hit more Marmite, says Twiglet. Sorry, more Marmite, says Twiglet. She said, wrong. I'll have you know, Danny boy, Marmite is a great time. I'll just pass by that one. Thanks for the nice music, says Kit. Thank you for redeeming it. Always gotta have... Oh, let's play the Indian music again. There we go. Supreme Doom, I will cut the inside edge, and you can cut in from the outside, and that will work very well. Steve says, I will gladly claim Marmite as ours. Dan's not invited to the picnic, tisk. I invited me, Steve. So, yeah, I'm invited. You better believe I'm invited.
I didn't quite understand what you said.
Oh, I'm gonna cut the line up against the mountain. So if you cut in from the outside, then it will all work out really great.
Okay. But should you have sharp objects?
Yeah? I've got this axe, don't I?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. The real question is, should Shipwreck have explosive objects? I think we should have a no moles policy at half of our business. What do you say?
But I like him.
Well, yeah, but for his safety and the safety of others. Kit says, I miss a lot of streams that I skip. I mean, while I'm working. Sorry, Kit, I misread your comment. I miss a lot of streams while I'm working is what he actually typed. There we go. Steve says, yep, I know, I'm right, because I said hours instead of hours. Because I'm credible like that. Yeah, hours with a H, right? All of my takes are correct. That's why I'm the ambassador. I just read that as written. I think that was the appropriate way to go there, Steve. Emphasis on the H when saying H. Oh boy. I believe that there is a clip of me speaking English while Quiglet speaks English. So that's a thing. Alright, and we are actually going to continue dropping this down a little bit, but let's not do it now because it's going to be a little bit tricky to coordinate. Let's see. I did not honestly expect we'd get this much done. What is your honest opinion of the slope back there? How does it look to you?
Ow.
Wow.
Why did I get hit?
Do you see the spike dolphin? Jeez. He says, I say H like H.
Aich.
H.
Aich.
That's fun to say. I'm going to start saying it like that. H. Oh, wait, I've got the boost cam up. There, let's take that down. Jeez. H.
I by say day A F G H.
They were following you, Supreme Doom. The dolphins were following you. It says, I think it looks good. Natural shape to it. Nice. Sorry, he said natural shape ought it. Then he says asterisks to it. I don't know what you mean by asterisk, but that's cool, Kit. What?
Do dead dolphins turn into fish?
Dolphins drop fish. That's in the vanilla loot table right there. Yep. So, so what I've done on my family server is I've changed the loot table so that they drop cod that are named tuna. I'm hilarious. Okay, it's stars are coming out. It's about time to shriek. But yeah, this we need to bring it down a little bit more over here. And that's going to take a little bit of careful planning on my part. But this is going to look a whole lot better for framing both our shop and Shipwreck's. I think he said that's going to be a warehouse. I don't know. I guess Dan is just the grammar police now. You better know it. Whoa, look where it put me now. Nice. All right. We're just going to have to endure cold nights now. I appreciate Shipwreck trying to keep me warm with natural heat at night. But now we got to move some stuff, so... There we go.
I'm just gonna stay over here.
Did you know that tuna is the dolphin of the sea? Where are you?
Behind you.
Oh, there you are. No, are you protected from the falling dolphins, the sky dolphins?
From anything.
Let's see. If it's a warden, you're not safe.
No, but neither are you.
Well, I'm very powerful. I can handle a warden.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's just you and me. So, there's only 2 targets here. Steve says, did you know that tuna is a fish? That's right. So is dolphin.
Dolphin is a mammal.
Yeah, mammal fish.
No.
No, she says.
It's a water mammal. Why do you think I was telling it?
Yeah, what do you think a fish is? Alright, let's see. If I cut around here, because I want to preserve, I think Nia put together this little campsite here, and I want to preserve that. So, but yeah, we need to cut a little bit into here and make a little bit of a kind of a canyon. So let's do it like this. And there's something that doesn't belong. Leaf! How about like that? And then if I cut here... And we want a much gentler slope now. And we might end up putting some grass on it. I don't know yet. We also established today that a dolphin can have hands, if that's what you feed it. What are you doing? Are you making an extra safe? What is this?
I'm trying to get over there.
Without having your head exposed to falling objects?
That's right.
Kit says, I've got to run along now and make some TV. Have a good rest of stream if I don't have a chance to join again. That's right. Kit is a legitimate TV star. And he's not even from New Zealand. He is a professional weatherman. You going past 3 hours, Dan? Probably not. I'm going to go another hour and a quarter and then try to have some dinner. So, can we get a shout out for Pro Kit Man? He closed yesterday. He was yesterday's caboose. And I am today's caboose. Caboose being the Canadian term for the back of a train. Reverse spleef. I despleefed you. Always grateful to you all, says Kit. And to you, Kit. You are a fun server mate.
You missed my joke.
Oh, because you weren't hitting the push to talk?
No, I was in another screen by accident.
Oh, whoopsie.
You know what caboose is another word for?
Uh-oh. I think I know where this is going.
You're definitely the caboose.
For derriere, which is the Canadian word for caboose, which is the Canadian word for the back end of a train. True facts.
Yep. You're a total caboose.
Don't be a caboose. It could be worse. I could be a dolphin's caboose.
That's true. Scaboose is actually fun to say. Scaboose.
Scaboose? What does that mean?
I don't know, but that's what you said. Dolphin scaboose.
Okay. I see how you parsed that. And Mr. Break says, Dan's a butt confirmed.
That's what I was going for.
I'm apparently a dolphin scaboose. I should name a dolphin scaboose now. That would actually be that would be a fun little memory Easter egg of this stream weekend. This has been a stream weekend, hasn't it? Like quite a one.
Dan.
Yeah.
If we open up right here a little bit, we could make an aquarium and have Scaboose in here, and you could see him from in the shop.
Ooh, oh, he could be. We could have an underground aquarium with a Scaboose, Scaboose the dolphin.
Yeah, but we could have like a window in our shop to like look at him.
Yeah. We have room for that above ground though. Like maybe with very inhumane conditions. I'm fine with
So
that.
what if we put him a little bit underneath and we have a floor with him swimming underneath?
Ooh, yeah, that would actually be really cool. Just don't put any axolotls in there with him. I don't know what would happen. Skadoosh is just as fun to say, says Steve. You're not wrong.
But I like Scaboose. We could have Skadoosh and Scaboose.
Okay, so here's the thing. This surface right here, I would like to have replaced with dirt. So,
Okay.
but let's cut the next. But
Dang. This is where I found the mobs.
oh, nice.
See, I I was like, they have to be close. So I looked at the bed and I
Okay,
dug
so
straight
these are the
down.
ones that kept us from sleeping. Okay.
Right here, yeah. And I almost died in here.
Oh. Yeah, there's a lot of cave down here. Jeez.
I
Uh-oh.
lit all this up.
GG.
And they were coming at me from everywhere. And of course, I wasn't streaming.
Of course. Yeah, they come down from above as well. There are some unlit caves above us here.
And then there's a
More
big
Oh wait,
lush
I'm
cave
too
that
far away.
that I did not touch.
What was that last bit?
There's a big lush cave that it ends up at, but
Yeah.
I didn't touch that.
Very cool. There you are. Yeah, there are a whole bunch of different entrances to that lush cave too.
Hey, I lost my totem.
Uh-oh. Steve says, oh look, Dan just tapped into the Matrix. Are you talking about the slight echo, Steve? I can very faintly hear my own stream.
Oh, I know where my totem is. I lost it in Warden Roulette.
You know what's just happened? Shipwreck has come and tampered with this, and we've got disc number 5 in there now playing. Shipwreck just stole Jukebox song request. All right, let's cut the next layer. Yeah, we've got momentum. Let's keep the momentum. This part is so nice, soothing even.
This is like the thing that nightmares are made of.
Shipwreck,
Hello.
using my own trick.
Oh, you got some good music going on here.
Oh yeah. Someone stole a jukebox party request, so either that or the thing is haunted. I think it's haunted. I've got the regular in-game music going at the same time too. This is a little trippy in a couple of ways. Oh, let's drop off a bunch of stuff.
Whose dog is this?
I don't know.
I don't think... Is it a tame dog or is it a wolf?
No, it's a wolf.
Oh yeah. I think it's just naturally spawned here, and it wandered down the mountain.
And he's stuck in here,
Nice. Serves him right.
kind of. Unless he figures out he can get out this way.
Dogs are the dolphins of the land sometimes.
They are. Okay, so you want dirt at this level, or do you want to go down one more?
I want it to be down. So basically, here's what I'm doing. I'm having this as kind of a valley.
Yeah.
I'm trying to talk over the music here. Oh, sounds like someone met their demise there.
Sounds like it's a huge trailer for a movie.
I know it does, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. It sounds like a trailer for the Deep Dark update. Or for the Wild update.
Yeah, well, it actually kind of sounds like, you know, when you're watching a movie and you go to the bathroom, but you can still hear the movie and all the action's going? That's what it sounds like.
Oh, Steve has a question for you, Scream Doom.
Yes.
And a compliment.
Oh. I'm looking.
Alright, I'm gonna cut... Oh my gosh.
Griefer.
I am a mom, Steve. I have 3 kids.
As long as I keep my back to it, Shipwreck, my stream
Oh.
is so family friendly.
I'm a horrible mom. I said 3 because I looked at this and I counted 3 letters. I have 6 kids, Steve.
Nice.
Okay, that's legitimately hilarious.
How did 3 come out of my mouth? That
Well,
or
you
I
said
thought
it.
of
That's how.
that or I thought of Steve and I said 3. I don't know, but I have 6 kids. And her voice makes me feel like blankets and hot cocoa. Aw, thank you. Ship is gonna kill me. Guys, I'm very comforting. Stop being so mean to me.
I'm not being mean to you.
Ship is.
Yeah, that's true. From what I hear from Shipwreck, you're mean to him.
Yeah. That's what he claims.
Mm-hmm.
He keeps asking you guys to send help because I'm keeping him hostage.
So, why are you harboring a known murderer?
Because I have 6 kids, Dan. I have 6 kids.
What? Last time I heard you had 3.
I work fast. I'm in tears right now.
I just got smacked in the face with a 1 meter cubed limestone. That hurt. That's a heavy object. What? He's giving me junk to fill my inventory. Oh boy. All right, Supreme Doom. Basically what I'm getting at is this here. These blocks at this level, if they could be replaced with dirt or grass. Either
So
one
you
is
want
fine. We have
these
plenty.
to stay, but you want them replaced.
Yes, I want this level to become grass.
I can do that.
Yep. And then I will start cutting out the next level. Let's see, I need my hoe for this. Break with a boozinate. Here we go.
Can you tell I've only been playing Minecraft for a year? Like, look at how pro I am already.
You are so pro. You are literally a pro gamer, Supreme Doom. Let's see, Steve with that. I'm sure Ship will survive. There are just some thoughts that should be kept in the noggin there. Yep, that is wise advice. Ooh.
Helping.
Welcome in, Alvin.
Got a raid going, Dan. Dan, I know you're wearing a mule head, but don't be a mule.
I'm not wearing a mule head, Shipwreck. I'm wearing a dark brown horse head. A horse that fell
Not a
from the
mule.
sky. I'm wearing an abomination's horse head. All right, let's see. We gotta. Let's see. Oh, I can't turn down the jukebox music. Let's get where I can. No. Let it play. Let it play. I just gotta turn down the volume. Moving over here. There we go. That's better. All right. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome. We've got Alpin Glow Up. Thank you for bringing your crew over here. Were you on Shamblecraft or Autocraft today, Alpin? I didn't see your go live today, I must admit. And Restin' Dragon with the will you accept this raid? Absolutely, I will. And yeah, Bossbot saying put on some sunglasses and look at the cool dude. A Rustic Dragon is here. He
Dan,
says,
you gotta sing happy birthday.
oh, that's right. It's Alpin Glow Up's birthday today. I saw that on Twitter for sure. Steve says, I think I'm also losing my mind. Happy birthday, Alpin. There. Wait. Happy birthday, Alpin Glow Up. Happy birthday, Alpin Glow Up. First time in the world. First that anyone's birthday has been sung to the tune of Pig Step. I guarantee it. So yes, Alpin Glow Up is in witness protection because she got murdered. Alpin Glow Up, I've been murdered 3 times in this stream weekend. Yep, that's how many. And thank you for the host, Rustic Dragon. And there's an obligatory pig. Oh, you did both today. Okay, yeah, so I was right both ways. That's not Dan, that's Han. Horse Dan. Good one, Steve. Yes, thank you for the raid, indeed. And Dill, welcome. And thank you for the lurk. It's, I believe, dinner time for you, Dill, isn't it? So yeah, enjoy dinner. True art. That's right. First time in history that happy birthday has been sung to the tune of Pig Step.
Happy birthday, Alpin.
Happy birthday. I'm not saying.
Been lurking, says Dill, and Twiglet welcoming Alpin. Very cool. Oh, we've been kind of losing it here. What are you doing, Shipwreck? You
Decorate.
You dolphin.
What's wrong with that? This is my building, sir. You're encroaching.
Yeah, this is my terraforming, sir. Your building is in the way of my beautiful terraforming.
You ruined my cliff.
You're perfectly straight, sheer, and natural cliff, as natural as the horses that fell from the sky, thus donating me this beautiful horse head. Phil's birthday is so sick. We've been so loopy that Bowser was wondering if I'd been boozinating a bit too much today, and the answer is no. I've hardly boozinated at all. I've just been very tired. I blame Twiglet.
There's no we, Dan. It's just you.
Yeah, we. The royal we. And I fell in a hole. Ah! This is what I've been doing all day. This is what I've been dealing with. Congrats on escaping the womb, Alpin says. So Steve.
You know, Alpin could come play Warden hide and seek.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, so could Rustic. We've been dying to the Warden a lot today. It was a scheme by Shipwreck
It
to
wasn't a scheme. It was a game.
get us all. Yeah, it's a scheme. What are you?
I was hoping you were gonna fall in the same hole.
I mean, I almost did, but I was shifting. Look, I can't have my joint venture with Supreme Doom with that for the backdrop. All right, it just won't do. Okay.
Are you putting a roof on this?
Yeah, probably. We haven't decided.
Yeah, probably.
Let's see. Twiglet says you blame me. Yeah, Twiglet. I got up at 4 a.m. yesterday and 6 a.m. today, just so that I could catch your incredible stream. And now I'm very tired. I got up at my bedtime yesterday, Twiglet. 3 a.m. My bedtime. Very tired. So tired. And it is best British accent. Best. I'll leave it at that. Alpin says and I'm going to correct this live because she corrected it later, wasn't heading out to dinner, I might. We'll have to have an event of it later, with all the current and alum firsts. Once a first, always a first. So yes. She says, I have just been conditioned to expect the name Shipwreck after the word scheme. This is appropriate, Steve.
Dan,
This is why we let you be. What?
I'm just wondering, how are you understanding Twiglet? I didn't think you spoke English.
Well, neither does he. Hello, governor. He speaks British. And now I've offended everybody. Rustic Dragon says, I'm heading off. Just watched over 4 hours of Alpin stream.
Dan. You did that on purpose. That's on you.
Dragon says, I'm heading off. I just watched over 4 hours of Alpin stream. I need a brain break. Yeah, that can be rather taxing, I know. Have a good stream, lad. Says, have a good stream, lad. Wait, that turned out Sean
That's
Connery.
more like Russian.
That's what happened last time, too. It turned Russian, but that actually went all Sean Connery. And Alvin Globe is lurking. Thank you, Alvin. I sound just like that. Feels weird, man, says Twiglet. His touch has always sounded Russian, except the first time. The first time was perfect. Oh my gosh. What is even happening? I'm totally lost now.
We need more grass.
And the crowd goes wild.
There is plenty inside of the warehouse in those chests.
Which warehouse?
That's a warehouse, right, Shipwreck? Is this a warehouse? You said it was, right?
Kinda.
Kinda? Okay, it's in whatever this is that Shipwreck built.
Is this a community kind of thing?
Community kind of thing. Yes. No, it wasn't. Not the Russian accent. Yep, can confirm, says T. I've heard Twig's voice that one time. Shipwreck and the crowd goes wild. Yay! No, it wasn't, says Rustic Dragon. Aight, bye! Thanks for dropping by, Rustic Dragon. Rustic Dragon has released some very interesting looking YouTube videos recently. I haven't watched them yet, but I saw the releases, and they are definitely on my watch list, doing some weird fun stuff with command blocks and other shenanigans. And he is the one who built the road to the courthouse, which is a joint project between myself and Alvin Glowup. And fun fact there, Rustic Dragon swore he would never do a collab project with me, and then he did. Got him tricked. All right, we are just about there, doing so much more than I expected we would in the stream. Can you believe that this has been one of the most productive streams I've ever had?
Gee, I wonder why. There's 2 other people helping you.
Even without that, but yes, thanks.
There you go, Twiglet.
Oh. Thank you. I let my moderators handle that one. I knew they'd be on the case. DJ Shipwreck.
DJ Mole Man.
DJ Mole Man. Move, Dan, move. Yep, I believe it. Yes. This would be another fun... Oh my gosh. Flute and tuba duet. Ah, Shipwreck. Oh my goodness. I can't breathe in here. There's a bit of cave in. There we go. I see the light. It's dark now. Oh, my pick is gonna break soon. Twiggle too fine.
I really wish I would have still had one of those anvils. I was going to place it on top.
Oh, that would be great. So, Twiglet, do you have that as both a follower and a subscriber emote? Because that is very smart. I've been thinking about doing something similar with my cat emote. There we go. This will work nicely. Just a sub one. Stagely. Oh, okay. I thought it was in the list of follower emotes on your channel, but then I saw it here.
You have that one, Twig.
Okay, but time for my favorite emote combo of all time. Here we go. Oh, I love that.
Twig, I've decided that today you get a 2-for-1. So what other music disc would you like?
Giving away my redeems. All right, fine. I'll allow it. I respect that, actually. Oh, boy.
Ship's very generous like that. He's a
He
troll, but he's
is.
got a kind heart.
Oh, see, Dan? He liked that deal so much that he resubscribed. So you're
Oh,
welcome.
nice.
He wants chirp.
Yes. Chirp's a good one. That's Clark.
Well, close enough. I mean,
You're
It's free.
fired
What
as
do you
DJ. You're
What do you want?
fired.
it's free.
You're fired. There we go. That's Chirp. I know Chirp.
Official first badge.
Scammed. Wait.
Daniel.
What
did
is
you
this?
do?
What do you mean? What are you saying? Oh yeah, scanned for that. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm losing it. I'm losing it. This has been a lot today. Ah.
It was a fun day.
It has been an amazing weekend overall. This has been, when I say it's been a lot, it has, and it's been perfect.
Twiglet, you can't go to bed now. You've got to at least wait
Seriously.
until the song you asked for is played.
Look, I had to get up at 6 a.m. You can stay up till 6 a.m. It's only fair. Look, officially a participation certificate says the very cool. And yes, Twiglet, thank you. Oh, Booze and 8 from Shipwreck. Tell that to the gluten-free. I will. Thank you, Shipwreck.
All right. Good night, Twiglet.
All right, Twiglet's girlfriend, if you're listening, Twiglet stays up till 6 so that he can participate, okay? All right, I took care of it for you, Twiglet. You're good. You're covered. And Steve with the hydrate. Thank you, Steve. And you have a good night, Twiglet. It's been a lot of fun. And since Shipwreck's busy being a DJ,
Steve,
shout out for Twiglet.
It's actually your lucky day. Today is redeem 1 hydrate, get 1 free music disc.
Wow.
What would you like to hear?
Just giving away the merchandise just for free. That's not how businesses
It's
are
promotion,
run.
Dan. I'm promoting you.
Yeah. I'm gonna charge you for this. I'm gonna take it out of your paycheck. I didn't know Twiglet had a bedtime sensitivity. Yep, that's my streamer, man. I watch that guy. Yes. Oh boy. All right. Oh, I'm out of dirt. Let's go get more dirt. I got more. Twiglet says, "You're on while I'm brushing my teeth." There you go. Yeah, now I feel real uncomfortable and awkward. Ugh. I didn't mean to follow Twiglet into the bathroom. That's just weird. Steve says, I honestly don't know what I want to hear. I'll leave that decision up to you, Ship. Oh, you don't know what you're asking. All right. I predict we're going to get 5 again.
I have chosen.
Dan,
Yeah.
you should probably give Twiglet some privacy.
Okay. Oh, no, we got Clark. TMI, Twiggler, TMI. I'm doing my best to fix the British stereotype. Hello, Governor. I'll just brush my teeth. Oh, boy. Just doing what I can to get canceled as quickly as possible. Yeah, this isn't Clark. I don't know why it still says Clark. Hey. Okay, we're fine. Fun times. We like to have fun. We have fun here. We like to have fun.
That was not fun. Who's trying to cook me?
That would be the mole, the stinky mole. That was 11. That's what that was. Let's do. Let's do weight. Oh, this one cracks me up too. Twiglet says, can we have Stall on the other side playing at the same time? If we have another jukebox, yeah. I only have the one.
I have
Shipwreck one. Okay, yeah. We have a request, and since you're in the giving mood, Shipwreck, I'll allow it. Nothing like music to make the work go by faster, right?
What was it? Stall and other side?
Yep. This is the Shipwreck Twiglet B-side remix.
I keep wondering why you guys are ignoring me. I forget
Oh.
to push to talk. Do you want that bass part too?
Yes. One of these days, we should just actually ignore you while we can hear you, and you're going to just go nuts trying to figure out, okay, what's wrong? I'm pushing Bush to talk. What's wrong? What's happening?
Dan,
Story of my life.
Dan, you wanna put one in?
Oh, so we can
You
do
can
it
count? Yeah.
synchronized. Yeah, okay.
My
There you go.
kids ignoring.
All right, you're going for the right one. I'm going for the left one.
Yeah, you
All
count.
right, I'm going to say 3, 2,
so
1, go, and on go.
on go. Okay.
Wait. I'm going to say a 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4, go. Okay? A 1,
Okay,
a 2,
It's gonna go on go.
a 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4, go.
Perfect.
I'm going to mute so we can just listen. This really is working.
Yeah.
That was actually awesome.
So now Twiglet said all of the discs at the same time.
Oh, we need more. We need more jukeboxes, but that really should be a thing.
We need all the jukeboxes and all the firsts so everybody can start a jukebox at the same time.
Yes. Okay, that should be a goal. That should be a goal on this server, is to do that. And look at this. I did not think that we would get all this done today, but look. Let's take a look. I don't know if they can hear me from up here or not, but okay, from up here that looks really good. It'll need some a little bit of texturing, but just as is, that's so much better. Now that sticks out because that'll need to happen next. I'll be your honorary designated listener, Supreme, says says Steve. Very cool. All right, let's see what it looks like from down here now. Yes. Sorry, mods. Didn't mean to use all the caps. Ah, ban Supreme Doom, ban! Yeah. This is good. I don't think you're pushing your push to talk, Supreme Doom. If you're talking, I can't hear you.
I wasn't talking.
Oh, okay. You were trolling me. GG, you did it. You did it.
I was responding in chat.
Oh.
Actually.
That's hilarious. Steve says, I was going to say, you could adopt me and I'll listen to you, but then I remember a ship will be there and suddenly the conditions are far less favorable. Yes.
Hey.
You could be Supreme Doom's fourth kid. And you're fourth. But watch out for falling polar bears and dolphins.
And the 3 other kids that will quickly arrive right behind them.
Oh, yeah. All right, so yeah, I think this really works and preserves the existing builds and our build. What are you... Okay, we're fine. Yeah, and I think we're good for going up here for now. Yeah, do what you want, Shipwreck. That's that's on you if you burn to death. Yes, and I will be working on the back face off camera. So I think it's time to change gears just a little bit. So Supreme Doom, did you get any more work on your flower farm done after your stream?
Well, I realized I messed up.
Oh no.
So,
Do you
so
know what
that's-
needs to happen?
Yeah, I just have to take down one side and expand it. I missed
Do you
one
want
block.
help? And is that something that you could on the fly have me help with, or would that require some more like prep and planning?
No, I think we would be good to go do that if you'd like.
Let's do that. I've never worked on a flower farm before. I'm going to empty my inventory. Is there anything that I should bring? Do we need more dispensers or anything?
Sponge.
Sponge. You would say sponge.
I have enough
Canonically, I'm Supreme's
dispensers.
middle child, says Steve. It's canon.
I have enough dispensers. We have glass. I
Okay.
have redstone.
I'll bring my redstone box just in case.
Oh, I might need iron for, not that I don't have iron, but I don't
I'm
have
out
it
of
at the
iron.
site. Okay.
I used it all for beacons, all of it.
I actually don't have iron.
Oh, she's out of voice range
Oh.
now.
Oh my goodness, we have a fireplace.
Oh, we do?
Oh, come see.
Should I be
It's a
afraid?
beautiful fireplace.
Just gonna hop the fence. There we go. There we go. Oh, I
It's
can
a
set
very
music
rich.
again. There we go.
It's a very rich fireplace.
Oh, beautiful.
Isn't that
Absolutely
gorgeous?
beautiful.
Steve almost called me mom earlier. Didn't who called Twiglet dad earlier?
I think that was also Steve. But that was a different joke. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Gotcha.
I need more rockets and I need to shriek. Wow, we got a lot done. I'm still like kind of blown away that we actually finished a major step of a project today. Usually I'm like, okay, here's what we're gonna do, and I'll start a thing, and then be like, okay, well, I'll finish that off camera, and then we'll look at it next time. Let's see, rockets. I need to go into my ender chest. I'm collecting them all, says D.
That's okay. I've adopted a couple of viewers who have now become my friends, who are now my fellow streamers, so that's okay.
Hey, yeah, that did happen indeed.
Sophie and Isa and Freddie and Luli. Not sure how my real kids feel about it, but hey.
Yes, he said that Twig said he was proud of us, so I responded with, "Thanks, Dad."
Oh, gotcha. I only came in for that, and I was like, how do you accidentally type dad in chat?
With your fingers on one of your two hands.
2 hands.
Two.
Look, I have 2 hands.
Aw, yeah.
And 2 kneecaps.
It's Supreme Doom. I have to tell you this. You have no kneecaps. Not in Minecraft. We're straight-legged.
Can I ask something?
Yeah?
You're all concerned about that thing that was behind your shop. Like, what's going on here?
Oh, that's next.
Mhm.
I was just talking about that. Are you not listening to my stream, Shipwreck? Jeez. Imagine.
I'm busy modding.
I'm busy modding.
Do you
Look.
know where the absolute best place is to check out our shop?
Oh, where is it?
Right over
here?
here.
Oh, yeah. Yes, it is. And yeah, that is just the bulking out the hill right there. So we're gonna have a little bit of a kind of a switchback road and a terraced sort of a flower garden up front. So bold of you to assume I have hands dances, D.
Hey, target
Vandalism.
range.
Vandalism. Absolute vandalism.
Where are we going to get the flowers for the flower garden, Dan?
From your flower farm.
Oh.
Would you stop it?
Okay.
Oh my! I'm gonna pop a totem.
No, really?
You put me down to half
Eat,
health.
Dan. Eat.
Look, I had eaten and now I ate again. But look, I don't have that much armor on. I'm wearing a dark brown horse's head from an abomination that fell from the sky.
That sounds like a poor choice.
Well, I blame you. Blame Shipwreck. All right, Supreme Doom, guide me. Tell me where to go. We need to let's leave this silly place. 1 second.
Oh, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I'll tell you where to go. All right. I need to take a quick break, and then I will come. We'll go do the flower farm.
Okay.
You know where my base is?
Roughly.
Or do you want to wait here for me?
It might be best if I wait here for you and then accompany
bring
you
you
across
down.
the street.
Yeah. Dan, Ship can bring you to whichever.
Do I trust this?
Look, I like this better. Swoob and swoobs. I'm here for some swoob.
You would be. So, well, okay.
I heard it's the bomb.
Dude, oh, wow. Supreme Doom, don't leave me.
Okay. All right. I will protect you. Okay.
Protect me from the bad man. Okay. Shipwreck, I'll follow you there. Let's go.
Do you know where
Alright.
my flower farms are, or are you just going to my base?
Yeah, I know where your farms are.
Okay, right next to where I got blown up and you tried to save my stuff.
Remember, I just went and stole a bunch of flowers from you the other day?
Oh, right.
Shipwreck is a thief confirmed. All right. Also, I boozinated for you, Shipwreck. Thank you.
Oh. Did you do the booze camp?
Yeah. And everything.
I
You
don't
were busy
know.
modding.
Oh, okay. All right.
Steve says, I'd be down for some swoobs. Ship might be onto something. Maybe. Ooh, can I break the tunnel bore?
Why break it?
Fun. Oh, I better not do it now. There's a magma cube on there. I don't know what that would do to it.
Yeah, the TNT might bounce off of them.
Yeah, exactly. It might. Alright. We're good now, though. That's very satisfying. There go the rest of them. Alright, where are we going?
This way?
Here we go. He says, is there an age limit for being a swoober? What is considered the art of swoobing? Alright, hold on. Shipwreck, before we go anywhere, I must demonstrate the swoob. Alright, here we go. I gotta go in F5 for this. Pro swoob. Right there. No one swoobs like that except me. Alright, where's Shipwreck? There he is. I only asked the real questions, that's right. Alright, so yeah, this is Shipwreck and Supreme Doom's base. And the work in progress
I don't live
castle.
here.
Oh, you don't live here? This is Supreme Doom's
No.
base.
Yep.
I thought you shared a base, but I guess not. You share with Burke. Industrial district, right?
What? Pardon? I'm a little distracted because I can hear Supreme, but they can't find the puppy.
Uh-oh. Hope everything's okay.
Yeah. Okay. What were you asking?
You share with Burke, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Show me where this flower farm is.
West. See it.
Ah. Yes. Burke says we share an industrial district, not a base. Shipwreck is a strong, independent, not a woman. Says Steve. He don't need no woman. Very cool. Yeah, so Supreme Doom will be back soon, and I guess she either placed this wrong or built it wrong. I'm not sure which. I know the principle is behind flower farms, but I've never actually built one. Never built a flower farm, but I play one on TV. Oh, I like how it's a back and forth. This is like a wave pool. Shipwreck, can we have a wave pool? Can we have a water park with a wave pool?
Sure, you get right on building that.
No, you do it. You're so good at this. And water slides.
Water slides.
Oh, please, I want a water park with water slides and a wave pool. A tide pool. Wave pool. It's
Yeah,
not
it could double as
dispensing
our,
bone
as
meal
our
though.
washroom.
Is it out of bone meal?
Yeah,
Yep.
probably.
Rip. Do we have bones nearby? I didn't bring any.
Yes.
I mean, I have bones, but
Yeah, I just gave you bone meal.
oh, you did. Thank you. All right, let's.
I always have the most random junk in my inventory.
I believe that. All right, that should have both sides working. There we go. Steve says, "Shipkeep, ship boss, gaslight, gas ship." he is a gassy mole.
Hey,
Very
Dan.
nice. Yeah.
look. We can watch the sunset together.
Aw. Here, sit with me. Oh. Wow, that's a close up of my back of my head. There we go. Aw. There's a torch in the way, spoiling the view. Hold on. There we go. Got such a nice screenshot of this.
With your weird triangular sun.
Excuse me, but it's square angular. In fact, it is one side of a cubagon. It only looks like a square because we're seeing it edge on, but the sun is a cubagon.
I don't know if you noticed, but Supreme didn't do much lighting around here.
I
So maybe
am
I'll go-
noticing that.
I'll go sleep.
Also, I've got these. Let's replace that. Oh my, yeah, this is death. Just bros being dudes watching sunsets together. That's right. Just a mole and a man bear pig. We're two guys and we're having a good time. We're having a good time. We're having a good time. We're two guys.
There we go.
There we go, indeed. Do we have more torches? We could do some lighting around here, because, yeah, I've got my light overlay
Yes, I
up, and
do.
it's real sketchy out here. You do, you
Here
say?
you go.
Oh, I was expecting you to have me, like, 2 torches and say, yeah, here you go. Nice, this is 2 stacks. This'll do.
Yeah, because I made a ton when I was making that path for the warden, and I didn't use them all, so I just threw them in my e-chest.
Ah, yeah, that'll do it. I've got a bunch that are in my base. Hey, a rabbit. I better not kill the rabbit. This is not my place.
No hunting on private property.
What if I have a hunting license? Burke says, Supreme takes after Ship when it comes to lighting, apparently. He learns from the worst. I think I'm out of voice range now. Whoops.
A little bit.
Hello. Killed a wabbit, killed a wabbit, killed a wabbit. Let's see. Yeah, we're just doing a favor to Supreme Doom. She should be here shortly. That was some alliteration right there. She should be here shortly.
Yeah, I think she's on her way.
All right, cool. And then I'm going to help her fix the flower farm. With my complete lack of expertise on that. You dare insult my mother? That's right. And Merrick says, hey, you got my reference. I understood that reference. I'm a wabbit slayer. Kill the wabbit. Kill the wabbit. Yeah, I shortened that one a little bit. that is a pretty good area around here, and being daytime, I can't really see the lighting very well on the map, but let's go around here just a little bit. Hey, there's another jukebox. Or is that my jukebox? That's probably another one.
No.
Okay.
No, because her music disc box is here.
Ah, okay. That's what I figured.
Now we could compost the flowers to make more bone meal.
Hey, so we can make more flowers. Perpetual motion. We've invented it. Alright, that should be enough in that direction. Why does that sound familiar, but also not familiar at all, SC? That from, Burke might know, the rock version of that, was that Dr. Demento? Someone featured on Dr. Demento way back in the day? Ask my fellow old people. That's what... So what you're talking about is using the flowers to make bone meal so we can make more flowers. That's what they call sustainable living, right?
Yeah, it's not so sustainable, but
Yeah, so is sustainable living. Alright, we got a little bit of darkness up here. I can confirm I am canonically your middle child. It's what we decided today, and it has always been so, and now that we've decided it. Just continuing, it feels weird, but it's very nice how far a stack of torches will go with the new lighting. Good choice of parents, D. Yep. All right. Still AFK, but she should be here soon. I came into chosen parents, said Supreme Doom, not parrots. Alright, that is pretty good. I'm sure that it is not perfect and there's a missed spot here or there, but should be a whole lot safer than it was. As we've lit up.
this was one of the areas she died and lost her stuff because she couldn't find it.
Oh no. Oh, we got this big old stinky cave here, though. Let's see.
This is the hole.
This is the hole.
This is where she got blown up by a creeper, and then I think she had found it, and another creeper came and blew her up again. That's why the hole's so deep.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think more than one creeper was here.
Yeah, and then she couldn't find this area again, so it despawned.
Oh no. That's the worst. I got blown up, yep, and lost my stuff, says Supreme Doom. Berg with, you are the chosen parent, Supreme. Ship's just standing off in the distance. I almost rage quit. Never underestimate Supreme Doom's rage. It's the doom part. Okay. You would think she could have just looked for the flower farms. I know, look at this landmark. It's just... it's huge. Oh, you can see it in real time on the map. Swapping sides. Look at that, that's cool. Oh, Shipwreck redeemed to Boozenate again.
Just waiting for that.
You were just waiting for that. It took all of your concentration. Both brain cells.
Well, I was watching the timer go down, right? It was like 45 seconds left. So.
You know what always cheers me up? Laughing at other people's misfortunes.
Thank you, Burke. Also, Supreme Doom's being mean to us. And what do you mean the farm wasn't there? Look at it. I can see it. It's right in front of me. Look, it fills the screen. Look at that. How can you miss this farm? Look at that.
Hey, look, it's Supreme's redstone box. Check it out.
Uh-oh. I'm afraid. Oh, I didn't bring my redstone box. Oh, it's in my, I think it's in my ender chest, so yeah, I kind of did. Should we help? Should we organize this a bit?
Nah, she's back. Although she's all the way at the shopping district.
And it's white, says Burke. It sticks out like a sore thumb. Seriously. Steve says, well, now you can say that your canonical kid admires you. So technically, you have a kid that does. Problem solved. Exactly. I'm about to help with the redstone.
Dan doesn't even know redstone.
I got here the most important redstone component. Believe it or not, the most important redstone component you can have is actually blue. What's this? Perfect. Thanks, Steve, says Supreme Doom, who is no longer AFK, but she's got a little bit of a distance to travel.
Dan, does your redstone door work?
No,
Oh.
it broke. It did work. I haven't fixed it yet. Hey, look, I have a creeper farm that I can activate and deactivate with a flick of a switch about 80 blocks above where the farm actually is. Vertical redstone. Because I'm a genius. I'm a genii, as B-dubs would say. I'm just waiting for a Supreme Doom here. We got Beacon here, shooting at the stars.
Let's fire arrows and maybe we'll get lucky. And
I don't have my crossbow or any arrows on me.
do you carry anything with you?
Look, I was working on a project where I needed a whole lot of inventory space open so that I could just gather the stuff. So, hey, Supreme Doom. Supreme Doom, I'm here to help with your redstone.
Yay! Okay, actually, the biggest problem is my water. I couldn't get it to work.
Funny you should say that, Supreme Doom. Because look
Why?
what I've got. Look what I'm here to help you with your redstone.
Huh? Uh-huh. Oh, you got water.
Yeah.
It's
So
like
wait.
that's like Supreme in real life, right? She's got to be like, wait, what do you have? What do you have? Let me see.
I'm gonna put it here before I do accidentally wash away all the redstone. That would not be fun. Oh, and it's nighttime. We got a shreep. I don't know where the beds are here. This isn't my base.
Just over by the that flower farm.
Mother Doom. I like that. You are Mother Doom now to Stee.
I am.
Mother Doom. Okay, you need to make a very sinister version of the Mother Goose nursery rhymes now. Mother Doom. All right, so I don't know what needs to be done here. I am following instruction.
Neither do I, actually.
Okay.
I'm honestly going by memory, and I got it wrong.
Ah.
Okay, so we need this, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so
can
the
do
one
that.
thing that I had a hard time. Okay, if you do that, oops. If you finish that off, I'm gonna go up here. I'm gonna put the trapdoors down. and
So
then-
this
oh,
just
there's-
needs to come out one more block. Is that what?
Look, there's a bunny. Yeah, just along that back wall.
Oh, good. I'm hungry. Oh, this is
you
the first
need
time
blocks.
I just grabbed some. This is the first
Okay.
time I've ever held yellow terracotta, apparently.
First.
First!
Oh, I forgot water.
So, are we copying this, basically?
Yes.
Okay, but in yellow. I see.
Yes. Which makes it a little bit tricky, right? Because you got to replace the yellow blocks with, the other blocks with the yellow, and it's a little confusing.
Let's see. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6
Luck-
blocks over.
Luckily, I'm also a crafter, therefore I'm able to modify things when I don't have the proper supplies. So I'm trained
Yes,
for this.
they are similar skills indeed. So, okay. All right, and you are putting the trapdoors on that side? Okay, perfect. So we can wire that up. Yeah. 2 on this side. Here's a problem, Supreme Doom. There's no such thing as a terracotta slab.
No, we'll have to use some other kind of slab. It doesn't matter if it matches
Yeah.
or not.
There are some that are similar or would go. Like
Oops.
blackstone would look really good with the yellow.
Yeah.
Or sandstone.
Oh,
2, 3, there we go.
jeepers. I have an offhand full of...
Okay, Supreme Doom, I'm gonna blow your mind here. You have 2 hands, but you only have 1 offhand.
That is true.
Science.
Okay, look what's happening, Dan.
What's happening,
I've never
Dan?
had this happen before. Okay. Like normally the water goes in perfectly when I do it. But now it's not. And it's a wall of water.
Steve, we call her Madame Doom. Here's the question, Supreme Doom. Did
Mhm.
you, when you place that, did you have these in first? Are they supposed to go in
Yes.
first?
Yeah.
What if we don't put them in first?
Okay. Like is that in
Hey,
the
Kit, you're back.
mechanics? Is that in the mechanic where they get waterlogged?
They're not waterlogged though. But the for whatever reason the water wants to flow this way and not that way. But now it's flowing that way. Not perfectly, but it is flowing that way.
And not all the way.
Oh, the trapdoors need to be in the water, he says. So they need to be waterlogged. Let's double check that over here. They were blocking the water. Yes, the trapdoors need to be in the water. He is right. So they're 1 block over. Good catch, Kit.
Oh yeah. Thanks, Kit.
That's a very good catch.
Yep.
I did not know that.
Yep. Makes sense. Okay, so now I may have expanded this and I shouldn't have.
Oh, that way? Yeah, it's a little bit too far for the flowing water.
Yeah. That's okay. We'll
That's an
thank
easy
you, Kit.
fix.
Yeah.
Yay!
There we go. That works.
Yes. Okay. Awesome. GG.
So-
Teacher water sources, says Shipwreck.
Oh. Jeepers, we're 2 blocks too far.
Yep.
How did that happen?
Counting?
Okay, well,
Math?
hold on. Yeah, it's math, but now. Okay, so we can 1, 2, 3.
You know what always cheers me
oh
up?
yeah.
Laughing at
I
other
put 1
people's
extra one here by
misfortunes.
accident. So we got to take 1 off from the front and 1 from the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 2 from the back. Oh yeah, that's that. Whoa, Supreme.
2 total. So if 1 from the front, 1 from the back, that would be 2 total. And then you'd bring the
Yeah.
water all the way to the edge.
Yeah.
Thanks for the hydrate, Steve. Last one of the stream. Okay, so we need to pick up the water sources, don't we?
I don't know. I think I've got it.
Okay. This says perk 1 + 1 is 2. Not in Canada. Or we're talking Canadian numbers. There's an exchange rate, Burke.
That's right. Okay, so
I'm having fun with the little block.
okay, so these now need to come out, and they're gonna become.
You just placed those.
No, I placed the ones behind it. Oh, you're right. I did place those.
Yeah. So,
Oh, right. Yeah, no,
so
yeah.
this
we gotta
all needs
move
to
the
come
trap
forward,
doors
right?
Open.
Yeah.
Yes.
All
Yes,
right,
yes.
so let me grab a bucket so that we can keep the water sources.
Okay, so we need to undo this back part.
I'm just gonna grab that, and let's. We need to destroy the water sources. I have 2 buckets, so we're good.
Did you fill them up? Yeah.
Yeah, they're both full. Yeah, I'll let you do that. You have the right block.
Okay, and then we need to put. I lost 2 trap
The other
doors, so
way, I think.
probably. Yeah, you have to put them from the back.
Yeah. Whoops. I'm learning.
Whoops.
There's one right here that needs to go in.
Okay, and I've lost. I think they're down there because
No, I had a couple trapdoors, so we're good.
Okay. Okay, so you got the water?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna come steal some water from you.
All right, I have 2 water buckets. You want one or both?
Nope, I
got it.
should
Cool.
be good.
Nice. And let's just test this.
There we go. Yeah, so we do have to take off one from the front here too.
Yes.
Oops.
Whoopsie. All right, I'm going to close these now. And I think what I should do now that we figured that out and I was able to help, even though we're at the beginning of a project, instead of getting super involved in it, I from all the boozinating and hydrating, I need to go and visit my man cave.
Okay.
And also, I'm starving, and everyone's been talking about food and stuff, and I would like some food, so I'm gonna go see what's for dinner. But
All
yeah,
right.
good luck with this, and I'm really excited to finish the flower shop for sure. This has been fun. This has been a wild stream weekend.
It has been a great stream weekend.
It has been. Seriously, my face hurts.
I know.
I'm gonna see who's online that I can raid out to. Steve says, all right, I think I should actually try to sleep again, because unfortunately 3 hours of sleep after 28 hours of not sleeping was not sufficient sleep times. Oh yeah, you need it. It needs to be a perfect multiple. If you'd gotten 3 after 27 hours of not sleeping, then you'd be good, because they'd be harmonic, a sleep harmonic. But yeah, Warden hide and seek to finish it off, says Shipwreck. Yes, let's do that. Actually, beef. It's what's for dinner. It might be pork, Kit. Pork. What's for dinner? Yes. All right. You and me, one-on-one, Shipwreck. Let's do Warden hide and seek. Let's go to there, and then we'll raid out. Let's see. Oh, it's raining. All right. Thank you, Supreme Doom. This was really fun.
No problem. Thank
and
you.
we'll continue.
Sounds good.
And where is that portal? There it is. Found it. Thanks to Stream Dances, Steve. Thank you for being here, Steve. This was very fun, and thanks for being really great in chat. Looking forward to another one. Oh, there's Shipwreck. In fact, I'll probably be streaming from here tomorrow for my usual Minecraft stream. All right, Shipwreck. I'll follow you there. I know about where we are, but still.
Dang it, Burke. I was like watching that and I was like, oh, I have time to go through the portal, then I'll redeem it. You butt.
Thank you, Burke. And there's enough for just one more in there. All right, let's follow. That's not...
Oh, I'm really sorry. You know what happened? It's because I could hear you in game, but I have your stream muted. So I was like, oh, he didn't turn on the derp cam, the booze cam. Sorry, man. That one was my bad.
Yeah, that's your derp, so you should account for your derp.
There's a carrot for my derp.
Thank you. I'll add it to the collection of ones that I accumulated today from Adventureland 2.1, 2.5. Wasn't quite an Adventureland 3,
No.
was it?
No.
Okay.
Wait, go straight.
Oh. Look how many random shriekers we have.
So this is Lena's portal.
Yeah.
Go through. Oh,
Oh.
push the button and then come through.
Oh, that's funny.
There's the back entrance. Burke had did that without her knowing.
Beautiful. All right. Hey, I saw the upgrade to the lockers. Let's I can jump like it's the moon. All right, and my head is still up, so I still have a locker. I'm just gonna leave that head there.
Oh yeah, I was gonna leave them all.
All right, and I gotta set my spawn. Boop. All right. So
I just gotta put a shulker away.
if you guys didn't see this before on Shipwreck stream, this is... Do you have a name for this, Shipwreck?
Not yet.
It's a fight arena. Humans versus wardens, including moles and man-bear pigs counted as in the human category, humanoid. So yeah, it's a last man standing game, at least as it currently stands in its first iteration, and we tested it today, and it's terrifying and fun. Brick says she made the button permanent when she found it, though. I had been pressing it, then taking it with me. So I was on near the gold ore, so I knew which block to put the button on. That's amazing.
Oh, Dan, don't forget to set your.
I did. I'll do it again, just in case. Yeah, I did. Oh, are you setting your saturation?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've got 31 levels to lose now.
Oh, whatever. You get that in like 2 seconds.
I know, but it's a lot more than the 0 I had after getting murdered.
Take a stack of snowballs.
Oh yeah, stack of snowballs. I took 2.
Oh, I only take 1 because I usually only use 1. But
1.5. All right, you gonna count us off?
no, it's streaming. You do.
Okay, all right, 3, 2, 1, go. My gear is off, Burke. Yes. Boing.
Oh, we are so dead. We're right at the door.
Oh, snappers. Okay, but who's dead first? That's what matters.
Probably me. I was down.
Oh my gosh, it's so loud. Oh, no. Fluffy the Hugger. At least it wasn't Setson this time.
Yep. Oh! Yes!
You won. Best 2 out of 3?
Sure, best 2 out of 3.
Alright, and I barely shot any snowballs, so I'm not gonna really... I'm gonna grab like half a stack and then see if I can find my other ones. Alright. Let me see, can I spot the snowballs? No. Alright, I'm gonna try to get them to go a little bit away.
Yeah, they might be able to smell you there, though. I don't know.
Maybe. Alright. If I do another one, they'll get mad at me, I think. Okay, I'm ready. Fluffy, yay, this is Burke. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go! Boing.
Oh god.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's so loud, guys. Did I find the other snowballs? I did not. Oh, I can see. Now is when it gets interesting. They're all over there. Oh my gosh. This is, they're marching in lockstep. Oh, they're mad at me. I'm so dead. I'm a
No, they're
goner.
mad at me.
Oh, good. Okay.
Oh
We-
no. Oh. This. Yeah, I'm gone.
Oh! I slain by B-Monk. I won by like a tick. And Brick says, today I learned that if you hold space as you hit slime blocks, you don't bounce and don't take damage. I did not know that.
Oh, you
All right.
didn't know that? Oh, okay, yeah.
All right.
You hold space.
You
Don't
won
hold
one.
shift.
I won one. Now it's the best of 3 part. I'm gonna grab another stack of snowballs. This is for all of it. All right. I'm gonna try that trick too. All right, 3, 2, 1, drop. Oh my gosh, it works. He takes notice angrily. Oh my gosh. I should F1 this next time. Actually, I'm gonna F1 this now. Oh, that's even scarier. Oh my gosh. Oh. We got streaked. No! Slain by Cuddles. Oh, I lose. Shipwreck won.
He's mad at me.
Same reason the rest of us are mad at you, probably. Run, little mole, run! Ah. GG. You won. 2-1.
So now I get to keep your gear.
Nope.
Yeah, that's the deal. The winner keeps the other guy.
Yeah, sure. Nope, that's not the deal at all. Thanks, guys. That was really fun. Thank you, Shipwreck. And that concludes the FirstCraft stream weekend. We're gonna have another one next month. And oh, is Alpin still streaming? Hold on.
Well, no, she raided you.
Yeah, but she's in my list, but I think that's just not updated, so I don't think she is.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go to my phone and I'm gonna get a real list. And correct, she is not. Let's raid Noah Mike. I haven't gotten to raid him. He is on Halcyon Heights. I've only seen one of his streams, but yeah, he's a friend of the community. There he is, and yeah, here is. It's really more fun than is reasonable, says Burke. You are so right. And here is the raid message. And if you are subscribed, copy the whole thing. If you are not, just copy the part in between the Dan Bear 4 totem. And that is our stream message. I'm going to start the raid now, and I'll be back to continue working on projects here tomorrow night. And then on Wednesday, haven't decided what we're going to do. It'll be a whatever Wednesday. And then on Saturday, we'll have the usual Kerbal Space program again. But yeah, thanks guys. This has been great, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye!